A crucial Game 4 of the WHL Final takes center stage in the Rose City. The Portland Winterhawks' top stars lifted them to victory Sunday. Now with their first lead of the series, a third straight win would move the Winterhawks one game away from the title. Costly errors have put the Edmonton Oil Kings on shaky footing for the first time in the 2012 playoffs. But a big push in the final 20 minutes of Game 3 may help give them life early on the road tonight. It's Game 4, next on Shaw. Well, a night after the Black Keys rocked the house of the Rose Garden, don't expect it to get much quieter this evening with Game 4 of the WHL Championship. And Ty Ratty, talk about a return. He gets his 29th career WHL playoff goal, breaking Portland Winterhawks' career playoff record that stood for almost 30 years. There's Joe Morrow, the Pittsburgh Penguins' first-round defenseman. He had an assist last night, tied with Derek Pouliot for defensive scoring in the playoffs with 14. Martin Gernat leads all defensemen with 7 playoff goals. He scored again last night, has a goal in 3 of the last 4. And Curtis Lazar, 1 assist so far in 3 games in the series, but he's a +1 and leads the Oil Kings in plus-minus at +11. Brought a few friends with me, the Rosebuds here at the Rose Gardens. We welcome you again to the WHL on Shaw. Another packed house here at the Rose Garden, getting set for Game 4 of this series. Portland Winterhawks had to hold on for dear life in Game 3, but they have a 2-1 series lead thanks to that 4-3 victory on Sunday. And that second period was big again. 3 goals in the middle stanza. They've outscored the Oil Kings now 8-2 in the second period so far in the series. Edmonton Oil Kings will be without a big piece of the puzzle tonight. Henrik Samuelsson getting a 1-game suspension on this play. He got a double minor for a high sticking penalty. It was reviewed by the league, and Richard Dirksen, the vice president of hockey for the WHL, said it should have been a cross-checking major, which brings with it a 1-game suspension. And the hit was on Joey Baker, who got about 10 stitches on the play, so that's a big loss for the Edmonton Oil Kings up front. To set the scene even more, let's go to Dan Russell and Bill Wilms with the call. Gentlemen.
I don't think we could set the scene any better. We told you, Andy, there were some perks with his hosting job on Shaw. Thank you very much. Let's follow up on, you wanted to say something about the Rosebuds?
Yeah, he's clearly out of his comfort zone.
There is that. Now, Henrik Samuelsson, he has been suspended before. He's a repeat offender, Bill.
You know, the thing about Henrik Samuelsson, when he came into the Western Hockey League about 35 games ago, he was asked, does he play like his father? Oh, he clearly said no, and he meant it. I think people believed him. But the more he plays in the Western Hockey League, the tough league that it is, Dan, he's probably having to resort, or he thinks he has to resort to some of that stuff to be effective. But clearly, he's got to be careful. He's on a short leash.
And it's a big loss. He's tied for second on the team for points in these playoffs. Now, in game number 3, Bill, we absolutely saw both teams at their best on the same night.
Yeah, and that was made it so exciting to be in this building. It was absolutely 0-0 after 1 period. And that's exactly the way I think the Oil Kings would like to start. But Berchi makes it 1-0 in period 2. Ty Ratty, 2-0 in the same period. And Oliver Gabriel, 3-0 Winterhawks after 2. Cue the comeback. Samuelsson, the guy we just talked about, on a power play, 20 seconds in there. But then the backbreaker, the one that made it 4-1, was this giveaway. Leipzig with the turnover, and then the Edmonton Oil Kings activated their defense. Gernat made it 4-2. How about Keegan Lowe makes it 4-3? There was still a lot of time left at that point in the third period, but they just couldn't close the gap.
And that 4-1 goal that you just showed came as a result of a turnover. And Edmonton is so sound defensively, it's a little surprising how many turnovers they've had.
I said back in game 1 that the Portland Winterhawks had to get the Oil Kings out of a defensive comfort zone. They had to create some turnovers. They had to get on the forecheck. They clearly did that. An errant pass there, just a dead giveaway. That kind of started the trend in game 2. Well, let's go to game 3 the other night. The Winterhawks were winning races. They were forechecking better, lifting sticks, forcing guys to go where they don't want to go with the puck. Turnover, turnover, turnover. You know what happens with turnovers in the offensive zone? That's what happens. They end in the back of the net. How quickly quickly the Oil Kings do recover and learn from those mistakes is dependent on how they're going to do tonight.
That last one you showed was turned over by Cody Corbett. He is a scratch tonight. Derek Laxdal, the Edmonton head coach, says Sven Baertschi of Portland is the best player in all of junior hockey. And so far, Bill, what we've seen, it's pretty hard to argue with that.
Wow, that's a treat. And for the Calgary Flames fans, what a terrific acquisition he is. Look how calm and collected he is in traffic. The skill that he has with his hands, the acceleration to drive pucks, people back, take pucks on his backhand. He's good in close. He's good in the slot. Dan, and what's scary, I guess what's good for the Flames fans is that he's already done that at the National Hockey League level. What a player, what a factor in this series.
3 NHL goals, 4 goals in these finals for Sven Baertschi. Game 4 is next from beautiful Portland, Oregon. It's the WHL Championship Series on Shaw.
From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can't you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow. Wow, wasn't that nice? Beat Frequency is the name of that group with O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner. We're getting ready to go with game number 4 here in Portland. Dan Russell alongside Bill Wilms down at ice level. Peter Labardius about to talk with a surefire first-round draft pick. Here is Griffin Reinhardt. Peter.
Griffin, I think we saw as good a period as you've played in this postseason in the third in Game 3. How do you carry that into the start of tonight?
I just think we got to play how we did in the last periods of the last 2 games. I think we really came out strong. We just got to play in the desperation mode and like we're down a few goals and come out on top.
This is a team that can hurt you on the rush. They can hurt you with their speed on the forecheck. As a defensive group, how do you deal better with that tonight?
Yeah, we just got to stay tight in the group and play as a group of 5 and get some good goaltending as well like we've had, and hopefully that'll work out. Thank you.
Gents.
Thank you, Peter and Griffin. Here's your starting goaltenders for this series as they continue along. Laurent Brossoit is from Surrey, the lower mainland of British Columbia, 13-3 in these playoffs, 1.94 goals against. And Matt Carruth is from Shorewood, Minnesota. He's a Chicago draft pick. He has a 2.77 goals against average. Referees for Game 4, Matt Kirk, Derek Zalaski, and there's the linesman on your screen as well. Sold out Rose Garden again on a beautiful day in Portland. The off day in between, we know these teams will make their adjustments, and we'll see how it all plays out starting right now. The opening face-off won by Edmonton, and Mraz takes a shot that goes way up high off the blocker of Carruth. Lands down behind the net. Mraz trying to chase it down. There's Lear getting it up for Gabriel. Portland Winterhawks control to shoot it into Edmonton's zone for the first time. And backcourt is Griffin Reinhardt, who's hit by Peters, but Griffin stays on his feet. Lost the puck, however. Gabriel's got it from behind the net, tries to throw it in front. Goes back to Pouliot at the point. Back for Gabriel, but it's taken off his stick, or at least hammered off his stick by Mraz. And now it's Rutkowski trying to get the loose puck. He plays it to the open wing, and out for the first time is Curtis Lazar, their leading scorer in the playoffs. He's a young guy, 8 goals, 9 assists for Lazar as he comes in, number 27, as that puck now goes out of play in the Portland zone.
Playoffs, obviously all about momentum. What a terrific third period surge. What a push in a very hostile environment the other night, trailing by 3. Wow, outshot the Winterhawks, Edmonton did, 23-7. That's a young team. Dan, they look like in the very first minute here, they've taken that momentum from last game in the third period, carried it over tonight. That's important.
Here's Lazar, his shot. That's knocked down. Pelch hit the post. Christian Pelch turned around and hit the goal post. That close to the Oil Kings opening the scoring. And now the other way, Ratty has it go off his stick wide of the goal. Wow, the track meets back on again as we get chances at both ends, and there's a turnover, and Pesek follows it up for Edmonton. Pesek to Maxwell, his shot hits Rutkowski on the way. Berchi gets it, he almost gave it away. Morrow now to Rutkowski, and Troy Rutkowski slowly out of his own zone. Lead breakaway pass, Noble scores! What a pass from Rutkowski to Marcel Nobles, and at 1:21 of period 1, the Winterhawks, they'll have themselves a first period goal on home ice.
Yeah, they hadn't done that but one time. You're absolutely right, Dan, on home ice. But you know, Marcel Nobles, the acquisition from the Seattle Thunderbirds. Rutkowski, who finds players so well. Look at his head up. He waits. Why? Till Marcel Nobles gets in that spot. It is imperative. It is a must that the Edmonton Oil Kings do not let people slide in behind them. They did a pretty good job of forechecking most of the time and back checking in a neutral ice area. Wow, that's a terrific start after a track meet 3-3 so far.
And Bill, Christian Pelch hitting the goalpost moments before, nearly the Oil Kings opening the scoring. Rutkowski will get a dynamite first assist, and we'll see if there's a second. And it is Morrow who gave it to Rutkowski. And back the other way, St. Croix stopped by Caruth with the pad. Caruth stopping Michael St. Croix, the leading point getter in the regular season, and he's got the puck again in front of the net, and Legault couldn't handle it cleanly. Legault gets it back to the line. Ryan Deck's second chance at it, and Caruth is gloving it, and he's holding on to that puck.
Well, if it's like this all night, folks, you're not going to have time to do anything. Not time to go to the kitchen, not time to change channels. No way. This is the answer back. St. Croix, who we talked about, you know, a 45-goal guy. He's got to get some goals. Terrific passing by his point. That was just prior to the Marcel Nobles goal earlier. 1-0 Portland lead. Hang on to your hat, folks.
No kidding. And here they come, the Winterhawks through the neutral zone. Morrow offside. I can hear the whistle just barely as Morrow made one move too many at the line.
Really important for the Oil Kings to do this. They did this well the other night. You already seen a little bit of a breakdown. Watch this, folks. This is Edmonton on the forecheck the other night. 2-man in deep. Beautiful. But as soon as they get the puck, watch the 5 Oil Kings. They're going to be between the blue lines. Perfect. That's not the way Nobles is going to get through. That's already hurt them. They're not being in that position. They're trailing 1-0. They've got to rotate perfectly from 1-man to 2-man forechecking.
Iwanek tips that puck in and then chases after it. Iwanek falls going to the boards there. Gets right back up with Rashinsky. Rashinsky putting on the brakes, plays it back to Reinhardt. Shot through traffic, doesn't reach the net. Winterhawks trying to poke it to the side. Gurnett jumps on it and sends a shot right onto Caruth. Boy, Gurnett gets that puck on goal. Here's a one-on-one. Patan shot. That hits Rashinsky, a defense or a forward, covering up for one of the defensive players there, and he did a good job, Rashinsky did. That's him with the puck right now, Rick Rashinsky. Now Peddle follows up. Shot blocked by Rutkowski. Peddle trying to get a stick on it. He can't. Winterhawks turnover and low shot deflects off the target. Lazar's got it. Pouliot now clears it back right to Pesic. Pesic gets it to Peddle. Rutkowski again backhands it high. Loose there in the slot. Who's going to get this? Curtis Lazar did. Lowe barely holds it in. No, he didn't. It came back out and put in offside.
Wow, what a crowd. You know, the Portland Trailblazers are out. The Portland Timbers soccer team not playing real well. The Winterhawks are the big story in this town, Dan. When they came back from Kamloops, Mike Johnson said there were 50 fans waiting at the Memorial Coliseum to greet them. It's the third consecutive sellout tonight. Total attendance in these playoffs are closing in on an all-time mark in Portland. Get this, they're the best seventh man in the league right now, and they really are enjoying a 1-0 Portland lead.
And in this building, only Tri-City and Kamloops has had a road victory all season long. Twice by Tri-City in the regular season, once by Kamloops in round number 2. Peters being checked by Maxwell. Peters and Maxwell battle. Rutkowski got the puck, but Keegan Lowe holds it in. Long shot does not reach the net. Rutkowski tries to play it up the boards. Gabriel's got it now. Lead pass. Here's Peters. Peters with Pouliot jumping in, but Pesic won't let that pass get through. Good defensive play by Mark Pesic. And then he gave it away. Gabriel shot on goal is stopped by Brossois. And there's another Edmonton Oil King turnover.
Yeah, and the reason that puck is inside the Edmonton Oil King zone, Dan, is quite simple. It was a stretch pass to Taylor Peters that got that puck in deep. Brossois had to be very, very careful. There's control a little too long. You can't hang on to it that long. It's not only making a bad pass, sometimes handling the puck too long. Pesic a little guilty of that there.
And now from the offensive zone face-off for Portland, it's Edmonton who wins it. Legault will try to move it up the boards. Got it out to center where it was intercepted by Reed. William Wren now, his pass to Reed as he hits the line. Tries to feed it through, but reading it nice is TJ Foster. Up to Gurnett. Long pass up towards St. Croix. Leipzig trying to check him. St. Croix knocked off stride, and the Winterhawks shoot that puck through the neutral zone, and Gurnett has it now. Martin Gurnett up to Legault, off the body and deep. Wren backhands it to Wotherspoon around the boards. Reed can't reach it. Foster got there first, but it does come out. There'll be a race for the puck. No, Leipzig's going to peel back, head to the bench on a line change. We've hit the 5-minute mark of the first period. It is 1-0 on the goal by Nobles, set up beautifully by Rutkowski. And the game's first goal came at 1:21. Here's Ratty. His pass intercepted by Legault. And now it's forced out. Big line out there for Portland right now. Hansen back to get it. Switches it back here for Nobles. Nobles checked. Awanek going in there. Mraz was there as well. Nobles, Mraz, Awanek, Ratty all battling for the puck on this near side wall. As it goes around the back of the net, Carruth will try the other side. Morrow gets it out. It's bouncing, and Ratty trying to get around Suntner. Ratty so good at just chasing down pucks, and he almost, and then a swing and a miss by Nobles. As that one came 3 feet into the air. Mraz comes back. Mraz for Lazar. It's poked off his stick by Berchi. And Berchi shoots it in, heads to the bench on a line change. Shots are 4-3 in favor of Portland. Here come the Oil Kings. Christian Pelchin over the line. As he cuts to the middle, it's off his stick. As soon as Portland gets a turnover, they throw it into space, and they hope somebody in that neutral zone can just fire away in transition, and they do that so well and so quickly that it is hard to defend again.
And as we showed you on that highlight pack, you know, you've got to have those jerseys back between the blue lines. If you're caught flat-footed, this Portland team, you're right, Dan. They'll move it into that. They'll have somebody skate onto a puck.
Lowe moves in. His shot goes wide. Ross on the far side trying to get there before Pesic. He couldn't. Pouliot got it to Ross. Ross is checked. Then the Oil King check, but it's followed up by Mark Pesic. Pesic going in, his shot. And that's stopped by Carruth. Changed directions, and Carruth got a stick on it. Here comes Leipzig back the other way. Pouliot, the defenseman, trying to join him. And Pouliot knocked down by Lazar. And then you see Lazar and Leipzig colliding. Legault starts back. Very few whistles. Such high pace right now. Legault going wide, and that goes right off the head of Caruth. Sharp angle goal line shot, and Caruth took it in the mask. He's done that more than once in this series. Reinhart in over the line. St. Croix pass, and a save by Caruth off TJ Foster as he came across to make a big save for Portland. Reinhart and Gabriel. Gabriel wins that battle as he gets it back to Wren. Wren puts it back in the net. Gabriel stopping it there in that corner, protecting the puck as he skates out. Still Gabriel with it. And Gabriel finally just knocks it down in the corner where Reinhart plays it up to Legault. And he flips it out to center ice. Wren's got it. And now lead pass from Wotherspoon to Peters. And Portland's going to make a change as they get the puck in deep. Griffin Reinhart. Lead pass for TJ Foster. Overskated the puck as he was knocked off stride. Delio, his pass for Patan didn't click. Delio and Patan jump on the puck though in the neutral zone. And here comes Baker. Baker going on low. Lowe does a nice job defensively to end that, and Mark Pysyk comes up with the puck and leads that rush. Look at Pysyk go. Pysyk heading towards the net with Peddle. There's the shot on goal, and as Mraz came across the crease, Caruth got his stick into Mraz, but a face-off in the Portland zone.
Crowd's loving it. That's all for the play of Mac Caruth. 7-4 shots on goal. Edmonton chance. Right here, it's going to be Foster being denied. That's Reinhart taking that puck over, getting it wide. Nice pass by St. Croix. Saved by Caruth. You know, Mac Caruth says he's got some unfinished business. Dan, for him, it's not about goals against. It's not about save percentage. He says it's all about wins. And that might be an advantage for the Portland Winterhawks because they've already been in a tight 7-game series against Kamloops where Caruth had that shutout against the Blazers 2-0.
In game number 7, you're right. Long shot on Caruth. Pad save. Helsch trying to pounce on the rebound, could not. Berchi throws up into space, and Ratty, away he goes. Ty Ratty, sharp angle shot. Brossoit has it, and just is hoping, it seems, that it didn't fall over his shoulder, and it did not.
Ty Ratty's so good on the offense, always taking that puck in deep. He says he's never seen, Ratty says, a desperation in the Portland Winterhawk team as they have right now to go to the Memorial Cup. And it's not just about winning a WHL championship for the Portland Winterhawks at Ty Ratty. It's about going to that next level, which is the Memorial Cup.
And the noise level increasing here in the Rose Garden with the offensive zone faceoff for Portland. They've got the puck working on the cycle right now with Reed and Leipzig. Ross, the high man right now as it comes to Edmonton, and it's flipped out to the neutral zone. Morrow back to Hansen. Morrow missed the pass. Peddle looks like he could try to get, no, he's not going to get there in front of Reed. However, Rashitsky does hold the puck in. Morrow went down, slow to get up in the neutral zone, I think, or in the high slot area there, as it looks like Mraz hit him away from the puck. No penalty so far in this game. Ross, who's out there after taking a game misconduct in the first period of game number 3, so he'll have even fresher legs than everybody else. He and Peddle were ejected in game 1. Peddle out there right now, number 17. He's heading to the net for Edmonton. Cole Benson out there for his first shift, number 12. Here's Berchi. Behind the net, Ratty. Trying to work it in front. He does. Here's a chance. Oh, he tried to pass it to Berchi. Nobles did not shoot. Tried to feed Berchi at the side of the net for a tap in, and the Oil Kings read that one. Nearly 2-0. Nobles pass. Now Berchi gets it inside the Edmonton line. Owanek behind the net. There's a hit on Owanek by Ratty. Keegan Lowe. Now it's Rutkowski bringing it back in over the line. Brossoit may hold on. He does. And with 9.5 minutes to go in the first period, we'll step aside. At 1:21 of the first, Portland struck first. They have a 1-0 lead in game 4 here on Shaw.
Portland head coach and general manager Mike Johnston, a 2-1 series lead, a 1-0 lead tonight. How have you felt about the way the first 10 plus have gone?
Well, I thought it's a pretty even start to the period. After 11 minutes, I think both teams have had a few good quality chances. And I think they're, You can see on the rush, both teams are dangerous off the rush.
You keep talking and preaching, and it's worked about getting behind them in the neutral zone. That's really paid some dividends, hasn't it?
Well, I think as soon as our defense can move the puck, we want our defense to move the puck quick. Whether they move it up the outside or whether they move it in the middle, we want it out of their hands as fast as we can.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Yeah, they are so dangerous off the rush, but they're pretty good on the forecheck, too. This is 2 men deep for the Winterhawks. Ratty's got to get it to Noble right in that spot, right in the sweet spot. I guess he knows that Keegan Lowe is trying to block that puck, tries to get a pass to Ratty or to Berthiaume and misfires.
Edmonton winning the face-off. Lowe coming out. St. Croix shooting the puck in. Wren trying to work it past Foster. Foster digging along the boards, but Gabriel comes out for Portland. Gabriel brings it in and rolls it to the corner. Lear and Pesek, they battle. Pesek won that battle, gets it up to Legault, and out comes Edmonton. Has Foster on his right, St. Croix on the far side, takes the pass. St. Croix shoots it on net, and Caruth had to be sharp. Didn't know if that'd be a pass or a shot. It was a quick, sneaky shot there by St. Croix. And by the way, the shots are 9-5 in favor of Edmonton. Edmonton had never played in the Rose Garden before game number 3. They got their feet wet and did very well for themselves, considering they were on the short end of the stick in terms of the final score. Not intimidated by the surrounding, the way they play. And there they are with a quick shot off the side of the net. Rutkowski comes up with the puck. He'll lift it real high into the neutral zone, and it finally comes down for Lazar. He just pokes it to the Portland line. And it's poked over to the Edmonton line. Reinhart will try this side. Makes one move. Reinhart, as he puts on the brakes, looking for an option or two. The option is Pelch, who gets it back to the line. Granat, here's Maxwell. His shot goes wide of the net. Granat on the far side just dumps it to the corner. He was hit there at the same time by Ross. Reed trying to chop at the puck. Pouliot back there for Portland, number 51. Pelch, good job, throws it in front. Granat makes a move, hit the post again. Oh, the second goal post for Edmonton. Granat looked like he had the tying goal. Here's Lazar, and he puts it wide of the net. What a great chance for Curtis Lazar. He went low and he just missed the net. Oil Kings coming that close to tying this game. Here comes Peddle, but Lazar is offside on this side of the rink. My goodness, how is this game not tied?
Boy, is Ed Martin Gurnett playing with a lot of confidence, Dan. He knows that he can be a real factor. He moves into a real sweet spot. Left-hand shot. He's got an awful lot of net to shoot that puck at. And, you know, and then Lazar with his spot right there. The Oil Kings just keep coming. They're coming. It's 9-5 shots on goal. They had 2 posts already in this first period, and they still get it deep and go to the forecheck. Caruth smartly says, you know what? I'm not going to get rid of this puck because I don't want that swarming Edmonton forecheck.
That overhead of the Granat post. Pelch had the earlier one.
Wouldn't you find that just fascinating what Mike Johnson said? I don't want the puck in the in my defenseman's hands very long. We want to get rid of it as quick as we've almost got it. Get it up to somebody, handle it, get a vision of the ice, and move it.
By the way, Mike Johnson is now 54 years old. He started coaching at age 23. And prior to the WHL, 9 years with the Canucks and the LA Kings. He's been a career coach, twice an assistant for Canada at World Juniors. A very experienced man behind the bench. Here's Berchi coming in. Berchi makes one move, puts it wide of the net. Had everyone coming his way, tried to go far side. Rutkowski shot stopped by Brossois. Noble's shot just missed. Noble's almost had his second. Wow. Berchi and Pesek and Rashinsky all battling for this puck. Rutkowski at the blue line. Puts it down low once more. Ratty waiting for it back. And throws it in front. And Berchi just couldn't get a stick on it. Nicely read there by Mraz. Berchi down, trying to get back up again. Does. Puck loose. Rashinsky's got it. Peddle way over here taking the pass. Jordan Peddle coming in. Rashinsky hustling to try to join him. Rashinsky does. But Rutkowski got possession of it. stick handles a little bit, gets it up to Nobles. Nobles to Berchi with Ratty coming in. Ratty in the high slot takes the pass. Here's Morrow following up, and Brossois makes the save with the glove.
You know, the Portland Winterhawks are dangerous enough as they enter the zone. Guys like Berchi, guys like Ratty, they just love it. And you know what? There's a bit of a turnover. This puck is handed right back to Morrow. This is Berchi. Look where he's going with it. Trying to get it. Little flip pass. They got it. Where does it go? Puts it right on Morrow's stick. Forces Brossois to make another save. Those are the turnovers. You got to find a safe way to get rid of that puck when you've got it on your stick.
Portland wins the face-off. Wotherspoon from the blue line gets it to Gabriel in front for Peterson. His shot hit a skate in front, didn't reach the net. Legault gets it out to center. Peters has it once more. Taylor Peters, a 19-year-old from Delta in British Columbia, Lower Mainland. Icing called on Edmonton. We have 5:54 to go in the first period as we go down to Peter Labardius.
A huge announcement today made official by the Portland Winterhawks. They have obtained, and Seth Jones, who captained the United States World Under-18 team to a gold medal, has agreed to make his way to Portland. Gentlemen, this guy is a tremendous talent. I've had NHL scouts tell me that if he was available for this year's draft, he might go as high as #1. He might be, in my books, one of the best U.S.-born defensemen I've seen come along in the last 10 years.
He's 6'3", he's over 200 pounds, and there was a big news conference before this game. Mike Johnson pretty proud to get that signing done today.
How does he have time to do all that?
I don't know.
Huh?
He must have good people working with him, too, and I know he does.
Half his team's going to be U.S.-born players before too long. He's done a great job. Part of his connection, too, as assistant coach down in L.A.
Long pass going down the ice, and that'll be icing called.
But you wonder, too, you know, from Mike Johnson's standpoint, does his team have the ability to shut down the opposing teams? Against Kelowna, Brett Bulmer had 5 points. Against Kamloops in that series, how about Brantford? He had 11 points. Tri-City, Shinneman had 5. So far, St. Croix, Maxwell, Pelch were the only guy with a point. He's got a goal.
Winterhawks, by the way, already have 6 U.S.-born players in their lineup. The Oil Kings have 3, so there's 9 Americans in the championship series. Brought in by Maxwell. He throws it at the net. Goes wide on the far side. There's Ross waiting for it. Ross skating up that left wing side. Throws it in. With 5 minutes exactly remaining in period number 1. Game 4. Game 5 is back in Edmonton on Thursday. These two teams will charter after this game tonight back up to northern Alberta. The 2-2, 1-1-1 championship series. Lots of work along these boards by Leipzig and Ross, and a penalty coming up. No goalie's moving, but Portland touching. Portland touched it, but Keegan Lowe's doing the arguing. However, it is Reed coming to the box, so we'll sort it out here. Both of them are going to get it.
Yeah, the two guys come together, 14 and 4. You watch Cam Reed there. There's the original. There's the second one. Keegan Lowe gets his stick up high. Cam Reed does a pretty good job of giving him a chop down below the waist, and both players in the box. First time we'll play 4-on-4 in this entertaining first period.
It is 15:23 the time of the 4-on-4. And here comes Petal. Petal and Rashinsky, the forwards for Edmonton, as Petal throws it in front. Grenade, who could be a forward, out there, along with Reinhardt at the back. That's the 4 Edmonton Oil Kings, as Rashinsky spins in that corner. And still spinning around. Petal's got it now. They continue to work the cycle. Petal throws it in front. Score! Rashinsky in front of the goal. Puts it in from the top of the crease. And this game is tied 1-1.
Rhett Rashinsky, unbelievable on this shift, in my opinion. You know, he's playing with so much confidence. 5th goal of the playoffs, 28 on the season. Watch his work in the corner, folks. This is Roshinsky there. He's going to handle that puck. He's going to lose a check here. Keeps his head up. Loses a check there. They can't pin him. Morrow wants to pin him to the wall. He can't. Finally, he's got to get rid of it. But watch where he goes with it. He goes right to the front of the net. That'll takes over, puts the puck on his stick. Brett Roshinsky, that was wonderful.
And here they are looking for more. Pass back towards Gannett. Hops over stick. And here's a 2-on-1. Nobles leading it with Gabriel. Nobles moving into Gabriel. And it's stopped by Brossois. I think he got a piece of it as the Winterhawks almost strike right back. 15:50 the time of the Roshinsky goal. He got it. Peddle got the assist. Roshinsky, just based on your highlights, should also get the second assist. Give him 2 points on that one. It was that nice. So the 4-on-4 continues here. And here comes Rutkowski. He tries to get it to Gabriel. The interesting thing about that 4-on-4, the faceoff started in the Edmonton zone and Portland never touched the puck from one end of the ice to the other. And it was Roshinsky mainly who was responsible for that. Helsch moving in. Pesic now. Helsch trying to reach it. He does. And then he gave it away to Leipzig. And Leipzig gives it away to Lazar. 27 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Here comes St. Croix. St. Croix going wide. Throws it in front of the net, and Lazar just couldn't handle it cleanly. Oil Kings nearly get another one as now it's shot in by Ross. 9 seconds of the 4-on-4. Lazar. The Rose Guard's pretty quiet now. We haven't heard it this quiet in a while, not in Game 3 as that puck goes down the ice for an icing. In Game 3, the Winterhawks and Oil Kings were scoreless after one, and Portland scored 3 in the second. And here's the latest 2-on-1, Bill, for Gabriel, and I think Brossois did get a piece of that.
Yeah, and you know what he did, and watch the way Brossois comes out. He's got to get to that top of the crease area, make himself very, very big, gets a little bit of a piece of it, and that's all he had to do was deflect it into the corner.
Good job by Saunter, who's back in the lineup, number 5 for Edmonton on that defensive play, but they can't get it all the way out. Lowe is sure trying to. Moving it up the boards. Lear puts it back in the corner, and Reinhardt's got it with 2:20 to go in the period. Michael St. Croix out to center. Here's Peddle. Has Lazar on his right. Peddle puts it in front, and Lazar just tipped that puck wide. Peddle again jumps on the puck. Here's Jordan Peddle, and it's just poked off his stick by Pouliot. All Oil Kings right now. Gernat, drop pass, Peddle, shot over top the net. Another chance at the side of the goal for Roshinsky, and he couldn't reach it. Reinhardt back down for Peddle. Peddle tries to poke it to Roshinsky. Not a bad idea, just keep giving it to Roshinsky. Centering pass and a save by Caruth. And the Oil King, Gernat, who jumped in complaining he was being impeded, and still complaining, as you can see, but what a save by Matt Caruth.
Boy, I'd like to show you the 45-second shift, folks. Obviously, we can't, because it's all about pressure inside the Portland zone. It's all about Caruth having to be at his sharpest. Great work on the forecheck. Gernat, number 26, pitching in from that far right spot. He's done that so well, but it was all set up about 35 seconds ago when Peddle got it to Lazar. They just continue to follow it up with better and more quality scoring chances.
Gernat dangerous every time he seems to be on the ice. He's got 4 points in the championship series. Berchi lifts it, can't get it out. Foster gives it right back to Berchi, but then he gives it to Pesic. Long shot, deflects a couple of times. Slowed down before it got to Caruth. And here comes Berchi in over the line with Nobles. Berchi! Dipsy tootling, and maybe one Dipsy too many. Legault in over the line. Legault shot is stopped by Caruth as they go end to end in this exciting championship series.
Mark Pesic does a wonderful job of breaking up the Portland Winterhawk rush, and just like that, Legault heads up the ice. This is a transition that the Edmonton Oil Kings are able to do well as well. Watch number 3, breaks his play up right there, closes the gap, gets the puck with his stick, away he goes with it. Now you got a rush going the other way, Legault, and you just can't keep Legault out of the lineup, nor should you even think about it. Once he's in there, he's hard to pry out.
How do you like all the checking in the neutral zone?
Yeah, exactly. Like, tell me when you see one.
I mean, it's just flying through the center ice area. Maxwell in front of the net. Opportunity for the Oil Kings, but Pelch could not pull the trigger. Oh my, Pelch shaking his head. He could have had one or two already this period. Pelch now for Lazar. Lazar has it roll off the stick. Gets it right back again. Curtis Lazar holding, shooting, and Caruth makes a save, a rebound, and Pelch pokes it wide of the net. Big time pressure again by the Oil Kings as we're in the final minute of the period. It's held in. Here's the dangerous Grenade, shooting it wide of the net. Reinhardt holding the puck at the line, puts it back in the net for Pelch. Pelch trying to fight off a couple of checks as he works his way back to Reinhardt, and his shot hits Rutkowski. Ouch, that hurts. Turnover again. Grenade to Lazar, and it's stopped by Caruth with Rutkowski hurt in front of him. Matt Caruth makes another save. What pressure late in the period by Edmonton.
Yeah, just absolutely non-stop. Lazar with a chance earlier. Curtis Lazar is a guy that goes into the coach's office and says, Darren, Coach Laxdal, what do I have to do to make me a better player? Well, he's so dedicated, he's so determined, and again, you'll see the best chance comes from Grenade. He's got the green light to get in deep every single chance that he's got.
18 seconds to go in the period. There's going to be a penalty as Gabriel was taken down. That's the way you slow down the neutral zone. Gabriel just hauled down at center ice. Otherwise, he was flying through the center ice area. Edmonton will be shorthanded with 15 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, the Winterhawks, the Oil Kings tonight in that first period, they're just flying over that Winterhawk logo. No question. This is one time that Portland Winterhawk is tripped, and Gabriel, you see the guy going in the box is pedaling. Gabriel down on the ice gets a good look at the Winterhawk logo at center ice. Portland on the power play, which is 4 for 12 against the Oil Kings in the series.
All right, ready for the puck drop. Obviously a big face-off for Edmonton. They want to get out of this period with all that great work. They want to get out of it 1-1. So possession on this draw, obviously important. And away we go. Edmonton does get it. Keegan Lowe gets room, and he shoots it out to center ice. And Pouliot has it hop over his stick. He's chased back by Rashinsky. Here's Ratty. They'll have to move quick, and they can as Verchi brings it in. Shot, just missed. Wide of the net as the horn sounds. Wow. We thought Game 3 was great. It was. Game 4 is a carryover build just as good.
Yeah, absolutely. This period tonight, this 20 minutes, is actually period 4 from the other night. I agree with you completely. From the Oil Kings standpoint, they've carried that momentum over, and key then, the Winterhawks really will test you defensively because they break through that neutral ice. That's their game plan. Well, I'll tell you, neither team willing to give an inch right now after 20 minutes.
We're not talking about a 7-6 shot margin. It's 14 to 12 shots in the first period. Nobles early, Rashinsky late. We're 1-1 on Shaw. Dan Russell alongside Bill Wilms at the Rose Garden in Portland. One period in the books, Bill, and another great period for the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Yeah, I mean, they started right where they left off the other night. Christian Pelch off this faceoff is going to hit the goalpost. Boy, that's in the first 40 seconds. They came that close to scoring. There you see the post. He's got the goaltender Caruth down a little bit. Watch the first goal. Hold it there. You see Mark Pessing in deep, number 3. Christian Pelch, number 26, backing him up. Everything looks cool. This is what happens when you don't identify your man and stay with him. Saunders, 5, perfect. You got all 3 guys covered. Where does Marcel Nobles come from? Christian Pelch had him back there, but then that through pass, that threaded pass, allows Nobles to get in. You've got to identify that man, and you have to stay with him. Hey, how about the Edmonton Oil Kings stand? They come right back and answer the post again. Hit the post. Great job by Gurnett, threading his way through traffic. And then Edmonton does score late in this period. Rashinsky, number 20, terrific job handling that puck here. Now Morrow, number 7, he's going to wear him out a little bit. I'm going to show you what happens here. When Morrow falls, number 7, hold it there. Now Peddle's got it in the corner. He attacks Morrow, who's fallen down. Goes right at him, throws the puck to the front of net where Rashinsky is to redirect that pass in. 2 really good chances there, and a nice job by Peddle to take over on this cycle and get it right through to Rashinsky. Look at that little move. Morrow was on the ice. Puck was in the back of the net.
And they gave a second assist on that to Gurnett, who touched the puck before Rashinsky did. So there's your summary. The shots were 14-12. Now, very important, fresh ice and a power play for Portland to start this second period. 1:45 remaining in the minor penalty to Jordan Peddle. So the Winterhawks on the power play for the first time in this hockey game. And as Bill mentioned, 4 for 12 in the championship series. Morrow back to get the puck. Ratty, Ross, Berchi, Pouliot, the other 4 Winterhawks on the ice for this man advantage. Berchi weaving, brings it in over the line. Ratty in front for Berchi, doesn't get there, intercepted and shot down the ice by Travis Owanek. Caruth leaves it for Pouliot. Edmonton, long change here in the second period. Change up their penalty killers as Pouliot brings it through the neutral zone. Berchi tried to throw it for Ratty. They got crossed up a little bit, which is rare for those two. And that allows Edmonton to shoot the puck down the ice.
I was going to say, they don't get out of sync very often. They did there.
Gabriel in over the line. They're human.
Yeah,
behind
exactly.
the net. Here's Pesic with room off the glass. Morrow holds it in, fires it over to the open side. Pouliot dumps it down where Lowe got it, but Pouliot holds it in. Half a minute to go in this power play. Just over that. It's a shot is stopped by Brossoit, and Pelch trying to hammer it. Couldn't as the puck was bouncing on him. Gabriel back to Morrow. He barely holds it in. Good job on the penalty kill though by Edmonton. Nothing doing for Portland. Not yet anyway. Noble stripped the puck of Pelch for a moment. And now Foster sends it down to the center ice area. Pouliot brings it right back in again. Pouliot going right in, and Gabriel tips it wide of the net. Post call there for Portland just as the penalty is about to expire. And the first power play of the game goes for naught. Edmonton back at full strength. This game tied 1-1. Series score 2-1 in favor of Portland. And the way it's going right now, it looks like it might be a long one. Who knows? Wren collects the puck. Lazar watching him so closely as Wren gets it up for Patan. Patan for Wotherspoon. Nice play by Wotherspoon to bring it in over the line. Drop pass. Here's Patan, and his shot is blocked by Owanek. Another opportunity, and a turnaround backhand by Lear is stopped by Brossoit, and he freezes it.
Derek Pouliot, so good carrying that puck through the neutral ice area. He's been a little bit casual. I think he's been a little bit, I'd like to see him get involved a little bit more, but he does in this play. Takes that puck in deep, and now he gets it to Gabriel. Doesn't quite get it past Mark Pesic. Pesic does a good job on the defense, and then coming up the other ice, Wotherspoon makes that whole play happen. Wotherspoon's a defenseman for the Winterhawks at the Calgary Flames draft. They want a little more offense out of him. You saw a little bit of it right there.
Off one in Portland. Reed falls on the puck. Legault waits for him to get up and gets it out to center, but only for a moment. Shot right back in, and Laurent Brossoit has it once more. Edmonton has lost 2 in a row for the first time since November, and 2 outright for the first time since October. Remember, they had a 22-game win streak not too long ago. Reinhart from the line. His shot wide of the net, off the backboards. Foster trying to collect the puck. Ross now has it for Portland. Has Leipzig with him. Leipzig will try to get the dump in. Reinhart, who just checked him right before. And it was Leipzig going into the boards and Reinhart getting the puck. And that's him with it right now, going wide on Hansen. And his shot is stopped by Caruth, who looks behind him a little bit, but he holds on.
Nothing about Griffin Reinhart's game concerns you in a big way. Absolutely nothing. You know, you're tempted to push these guys into the pros a little bit maybe sooner than you'd like. He's got own zone superiority, takes away passing lanes. Then he finishes checks. He blocks shots, and this is what I like about Reinhart. As you just saw there, he really is very good at recognizing his offensive chances. He doesn't force things, but when he sees it, he takes advantage of it.
Brother Max won the championship on this ice surface a year ago in a Kootenay Ice uniform. Younger brother Sam was a 15-year-old, a part of that Kootenay team, although a smaller part that year. Rookie of the year this year. Offside. stops the play at the Portland blue line.
You know, I talk about rushing guys into the pros. When you talk about NHL hockey prospects, they fall into an interesting category. Football, the NFL draft, they jump right into the NFL. Many of the baseball, that draft takes forever to get guys to the majors. But hockey, there's guys in the middle. If you're not in the National Hockey League by 24 or 25, sometimes they think you'll never make it. Now, you don't ever want to rush guys. You don't want to destroy the confidence that they have either in their offensive game or their defensive game.
Oil Kings trying to keep that puck in at the line. Forced out by Portland, and Peters still roaming through the neutral zone, but being checked by Petal. Lear in there as well as it's bouncing around there. Now it's Keegan Lowe. I thought had a terrific game, even though he had one turnover late. Lowe scored a huge goal in game 3. Hits the bench now. Ryan Deck comes out. Deck played his first game the other night. Played very well for Edmonton. Mirage shoots the puck in. Now we've got a penalty. Who's this on? Portland, obviously, as they touched it. It's a slash away from the play. And Morrow looks to be the penalized player.
Yeah, that's exactly the guy heading to the box. Really a so-so start for both teams. A little on the slow side this period, Dan. I think that fits the Edmonton Oil Kings plan really, really well. Now they get this power play, get puck in the offensive zone, have a quick look at the call.
Slash the stick?
Yeah,
no, slash him in the side.
Yeah, absolutely, down low. Doesn't matter where you hit him.
Edmonton finally got a power play goal in the third period of game 3. They are 1 for 11 in the series. And a chance to go ahead here in game number 4. Maxwell spinning in that corner. Maxwell head up, looking, puts it towards Lazar. Lazar gets it now as he goes back to that same corner. Now to Maxwell. St. Paul's right in front of him. Can't get him the puck. Reinhardt's out at the right point. Maxwell still with it. Down to St. Paul. Tries to feather it through. Maxwell stopped by Caruth. Not once, but twice. Right on the doorstep.
You know, the 1-2 punch, without a doubt, on the power play, no matter how you cut it. I don't care how many Oil Kings are involved in the scoring, but your two key guys are St. Croix and Maxwell. No question about it. Maxwell to St. Croix. St. Croix so good, Dan. His hands are so good at finding guys. He gets it right back to Maxwell, and this is how close they come to taking the lead on this power play.
St. Croix really came alive in game 3, especially in the third period. Mind you, he was making great passes before that, but they just weren't setting up great scoring chances. But on the third period, 2 assists the other night. They win the faceoff. Here's Reinhardt at the line. Reinhardt, lots of time still remaining on this power play as Maxwell gets it back to St. Paul in front of the net. And a save and a rebound and a save as St. Paul was there, and also Maxwell, but Caruth, he says no twice.
Yeah, he's certainly at his best right now, and you can tell by the eyes there, folks, he is focused, but that's the guy you want to get that puck to. I mean, that is just St. Paul making another pass. Then I can tell you 5, 6, 7 times in the last 2 games, St. Paul has been fantastic on where he's put the puck. He just needs guys to finish.
Great positioning by 6'3" Matt Caruth as he stops both Lazar and Maxwell in the last exchange. Maxwell's had 3 shots already on this power play. 5 minutes into the second period in a 1-all tie. And as you can see, there's a minute remaining on the Edmonton power play as Pelch comes through that neutral zone. Putting on the brakes, still handling it. Nice pass to Lowe. Keegan Lowe from back of the net has it poked off his stick by Rakowski. Rakowski checked by Legault. Wotherspoon trying to check Legault, but Legault does a good job to get it out to Pesic. But then Pesic can't hold it in. Unfortunately for him, it hopped over his stick. And as you can see from our great camera right below the scoreboard, Pesic wheeling back to get it. Here's Pelch coming in, his shot. That's blocked by Wren. Granat gets it to Pelch. Pelch gets it down to Foster. Foster, hard pass to Lowe. Lowe, high shot over top the net. Pelch waiting for it there. Christian Pelch. Now it's Foster once more. Granat sneaking in. There's the pass. Granat can't get that shot away, long reach, and in tight quarters he just couldn't pull the trigger, but he still has the puck, and he still has it. Pass to Pelch over top the net. Foster, can he reach it? No, it rolls along that dasher board and out to the neutral zone as the penalty comes to an end. Pelch once more shooting it over top the net with Legault looking for it. Foster gave it away. Here's Ratty. Ratty makes one move. Ratty in over the line. Drag shot and a deflection over top. I think Reinhart gets the stick on that one.
Well, I just don't know how much better Martin Gurnett can play, folks. And Edmonton picked a 5th rounder in 2011. Watch him weave his way away from the front of the net. There you go. He takes it back. Usually you weave through traffic to the net. He takes it away from the net to control it, and then sees an opening, takes it deep again. And what a pass distributing that puck. Martin Gurnett.
Wow.
Just unbelievable. Getting
better and better every game, and we've been tracking him for 2 rounds here on Shaw, and he's all over the puck.
Amazing guy.
Martin Gurnett, Edmonton Oiler draft pick.
6'5", Dan, 191 Slovakian, and they have such creativity, though, Slovakian hockey players.
He's already played in the Slovakian Junior League before the WHL. The puck is in the neutral zone for Pesek. Pesek tries to feather it through, could not. Baker starts back, has Patan with him, so he dumps it in. Lowe stands him up. Lowe and Baker colliding. Lowe's so valuable physically in other areas too, but nice job there by Keegan Lowe as the puck goes into Wyshynski. Wyshynski behind the net. Petal can't reach it. Leipzig can. Leipzig over top of the stick of Patan, and they head to the bench on a line change. Long pass knocked down by Reed. Morrow tries to feather it through. He could not. As they take turns handing it away to each other. Maxwell gets it. Pelch swinging at it. Can't find it in the skates. Morrow does. Here's Reed. Reed in over the blue line. Cam Reed, one of their overage players. On the forecheck now. Lazar switches it over here to Sautner. Sautner hit by Ross as he moves the puck. Fans respond to that. Here comes Reinhart. In over the blue line. Reinhart drop pass to Maxwell, holding it. His shot goes wide of the net. Lazar and Pelch from back of the goal. Senators in front for Lazar. His stick just lifted just in time from a Portland standpoint as the puck goes down the ice. Ryan Deck, his lead pass. Here's Lazar in full flight. Over to Maxwell. His shot wide of the goal. Deck pinching for Edmonton behind the net. Here's Maxwell. Scores! Maxwell on the wraparound for Edmonton. Makes it 2-1. Maxwell came out one way. Carruth was looking the other way. And the Edmonton Oil Kings have their first lead in the Rose Garden in the last 2 games.
Curtis Lazar is the reason this puck gets deep, folks. He's got that great north-south game. No dangle in his game. He gets that puck wide. Maxwell, who's just gotten better and better as this game has progressed. He's had more chances, Dan. You talked about it. There he comes around on the wraparound play, catches Carruth looking the other way, and that's something I think this Oil King team needs. They need to get Tyler Maxwell scoring, and scoring a bunch. This is very, very important for this team to get it, not only to get the 2-1 lead, Dan, at this point. For my thinking, I think that whole bench realizes, hey, we got to go from a guy that's got to score for our team.
Maxwell's 4th of these playoffs. Ryan Deck. Oh, there's a turnaround or turnover and Wyshynski. And Lazar, by the way, gets the 2nd assist. Here come the Winterhawks. Lear rolling it to the net. So the scoring play is Maxwell from Deck and Lazar at 8-17. And then Wyshynski with a good opportunity there to make it a 2-goal lead. He couldn't convert. Here comes Mraz with Pesek. Mraz gets it back again, puts it back in the net. And then a giveaway. Pesek throws it in front. Here is a chance for Foster, and Pesek at the side of the net, banging at the puck. Oh, the Oil Kings coming close again. Jordan Petal. He shoots. Carruth the save. And Morrow tries to take it out of harm's way. It's now Portland turning over the puck. St. Croix's got it. Throws it in front. Petal shot. That doesn't reach the net. Petal again from a sharp angle. Foster's got it. Thrown in front for St. Croix. Big scramble for the puck. Reinhart teeing it up. Reinhart's shot is blocked. He goes to the corner once more. Gabriel's got it. Might he ice it? No, he gets it to Lear. And Lear will get it out to the Edmonton blue line. Tremendous pressure by the Oil Kings. St. Croix dishes it over to Reinhart. Remember, they've had 2 goalposts in this game as well. They have a 2-1 lead. They've had a lot of zone time. They've had a shot margin of 24-15.
10-3 this period.
And we're halfway through the 2nd period. Right now, Portland looking not very organized as Berchi gets it ahead for Nobles. Now this would be a time Portland could say, well, our strength is outscoring problems. They have problems right now. Can they outscore them? As it's rolled into Carruth, and he almost gave it away as Legault was right there. Ratty tied up, but followed up by Red. Berchi over on this side, waiting for the puck. Berchi going in on the backhand, and it goes wide of the net. He tries to swat it in front of the goal. He can't. Oil Kings get it, and they move it out to center. Pelch. Here's Lazar now. Lazar moving in. Lazar fell, goes hard into the boards, pops back up, and Berchi starts back the other way. There's Ratty going in, and a shot over top the net. Here comes Edmonton. Long pass ahead of Lazar. Wotherspoon. Now Berchi swatting at it. Lowe has it. Being watched by Leipzig. Edmonton leading 2-1 on the Maxwell goal at 8-17. He had 37 goals during the regular season. 4 straight 20-goal years. They need his offense. They've seen some of it here tonight. Pelch. Lazar couldn't get it. Reed 3-on-2 for Portland. Here's Ross. Ross shoots. Brossoit juggles it and then dives on top of it for a face-off in the Edmonton zone. 8.5 minutes to go in the second period here at the Rose Garden. It's the Oil Kings trying to tie up the series. They lead 2-1 on Shaw.
Oil Kings head coach Derek Laxdal. Coach, a terrific push in this period. You've put a lot of pressure on their defense. What's allowed you to do so?
Well, we got our feet moving. We got some intensity, and the kids are playing with a lot of confidence. We just want to keep that energy up and stick to our game plan.
You had to make some moves with the suspension to Henrik Samuelsson. It seems like putting Maxwell with Lazar has really created some chances for that line.
Well, he scored a big goal for us, and they're getting some opportunity, but we just got to make sure we push. We're going to shorten our bench here and shorten the back end here to keep that energy up in our lines. Nice, Peter.
This is the danger that the Edmonton Oil Kings face. This is Pelch. When you turn that puck over in that spot and don't get it deep against the Portland Winterhawks, they will come up the ice. They will come up in numbers. They will move it, and they will make your goaltender bail you out.
And Brossoit did that there. Laurent Brossoit has only faced 17 shots so far. The second one in the game went past him on a shot by Nobles. Breakaway, and then since then he's shut the door. Mark Pesic on a glove hand has that play stopped. Should point out, if you joined us late, Henrik Samuelsson suspended 1 game for a cross-check until the Winterhawks won without Ratty in their lineup, game 2. Edmonton trying to win without one of their top guys in their lineup in game 4.
Yeah, it's all about somebody stepping up, and Coach Laxdal talked about Maxwell, big goal that he scored. 2 or 3 chances prior to that goal. That's exactly what has to happen.
Brzezinski wins the draw back to Lowe as he puts it behind the net, and Wanek reaching and gets it. Brzezinski and Reed battle for it. Brzezinski has the puck, but Reed's working him over pretty good, and now it's Morrow collecting it, and the Winterhawks will try to come out that way. Up for Leipzig, Ross. Oh, the play goes, or the puck goes out of play. And we get a push and a shove afterwards. You can see Brzezinski in there and Reed, and they get into a knot in the corner. Lowe, of course, would be in there.
Boy, you really got to pick your spots, Dan. And you can see this. And see how everything is kind of broken up. No extra shots. Not even a lot of talking at that point. And that's tough for Leipzig to do. He wants to get in there. He says, I'm not sure. He's not sure exactly what that's all about, but the key there is to get out and don't take any extra penalties on the play.
Are there going to be penalties? Let's go to Peter while we sort that out.
Thanks so much, Dan. In the spotlight tonight is Brendan Leipzig, a 17-year-old from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Not big in stature, but to me he reminds me a little bit of Brad Marchand to the Boston Bruins. He's a big game player. He has 3 goals in this series and an assist. He had game-winning goals in the last 2 games of this set. I love how this little guy plays. Great energy. And I have a pretty good feeling that while the draft's still a couple months away, you might find him in a late round. And that may not have been the case earlier in the year, guys. Yeah, he's a roommate with another pretty glitzy draft-eligible Winterhawk, Derek Pouliot. He says they get on each other's nerves every once in a while. You'd expect Leipzig would be a guy that would be involved in that.
Here's 4-on-4 for Rutkowski, and that puck is shot or deflected on a play. We should point out that when Edmonton scored their first goal in this game, it was in a 4-on-4 situation.
Troy Rutkowski continues to impress, number 2 for the Portland Winterhawks, a Colorado pick. 5th round, big guy. What a pass to Berchi. He made that one game. What a headman pass to Ross for a goal back in game 1. Done a nice job.
He is from Edmonton, so I'm sure his friends have some mixed emotions as to who they want to win.
Yeah, another face-off win. Edmonton 14, Portland 8, period 1.
Wyshynski heading to the net, trying to get it before Carruth, but Carruth gobbles it up for Portland. We get a face-off down there.
Yeah, good delay there by Jordan Peddle going down left wing. Just waits, gives Wyshynski a chance to get to the net. Nice job of getting it, stretching that ice from one side to the other. Carruth calmly freezes the puck.
By the way, his backup is the son of Sean Burke. Brendan Burke is the backup for the Portland Winterhawks, 16-year-old from Scottsdale, Arizona. Not a surprise. There's Brendan there.
12 minutes of playoff time, Dan. Faced 2 shots against Kamloops.
As that puck comes out of their own zone, Nobles lead pass up for Gabriel. Here's Reinhart now. St. Croix. Lead pass for Lazar. Lazar, shot, stopped by Carruth, and he holds on.
Oliver Gabriel, Dan, really interesting story how he ended up with Portland. He tagged along with his older brother Scott to the Winterhawk camps. He was a little kid. He was 5'8". He was cut in midget, but the Winterhawks kept track of Oliver Gabriel. Finally, they listed him. Sure enough, he gets that growth spurt, grows 6 inches in 2 years, 30 pounds, and now he's a Columbus Blue Jacket contract holder. Been a big factor with this hockey club.
Face-off won by Edmonton. Saunter at the line will just dump it down to the corner. Wren and Foster and Legault and Wotherspoon all battling for it there. Legault coming up with it, but being worked over. Foster switches it back to Legault. Wotherspoon comes up with it, tries to skate out, being checked feverishly by Foster. Good job by Foster, and he almost gets the return pass from Legault. TJ Foster making all that happen. Meantime, here comes Nobles. Nobles shot. That's stopped by Brossois, and he holds on to stop the play.
You know, TJ Foster, because he's such a good skater, Dan, he's so tenacious, he can play at both ends of the ice. Watch the job he does from back on the back wall in the Portland zone. He's number 16. Legault's in there fighting for the puck. He loses a step, but look at him come back. Look at him work for that puck. And then he gets the turnover, and what does he do? He goes over there to get a pass. Great job by Foster.
Now Ross on the offensive zone faceoff for Portland. Can't come up with it. Lazar does. Oil Kings out of their own zone, leading the game 2-1 with 6.5 to go in the period. Wyshynski drop pass. Here's Gurnett over there to Reinhart. His shot is stopped by Carruth, who came out and blocked any angle that Reinhart might have had. And Pouliot's got it now. Pouliot, lead pass up for Leipzig. That missed him. And the Winterhawks a little more out of sync than we've seen, but I give great credit for the Oil Kings on that. They're just not giving them much. Here comes Gurnett going wide. Taken off his stick by Morrow, but only for a second as the centering pass is intercepted by Ross. He'll come out. Ross hits the blue line, takes the shot. That rolls to the corner. Then Ross goes and throws a check on the end boards on Sautner. Fans respond to everything Ross does. A very popular Winterhawk. Kelsch brings it in over the blue line. Shot turned aside by Carruth and redirected out of play.
Dan, this is a difference when the Winterhawks can't move that puck with the stretch pass. Ross is going to carry it up the ice. And when the Winterhawks just carry it out of their own zone, they're not terribly effective. Nobody to give it to. Look at him go. Pouliot, 51, wants the puck. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. And eventually, you got to shoot that puck in the net. Puck ends up dead in the corner. Not a good scoring chance. That's the difference between skating it and passing it.
Brad Ross carrying that puck. His older brother Nick scored a memorable Game 7 overtime goal on Shaw a few years ago in the Spokane-Vancouver series. Nick was at that time playing for Vancouver. Here comes Peters in over the line. Peters' shot, that's turned aside by Brossois, and the Oil Kings don't spend much time in their own zone there. Mraz starts back. Mraz throws it in front. Pesek jumping right in there. Withstood a hit. Now he gets the puck again, shoots, and Caruth makes the save. Pesek like a fourth forward down there. There's Lowe. Tries to dump it past Delio, could not. And now it's shot in by Portland. Peters will give chase. Brossoit has it. He gave it away. Sharp angle shot. That's turned aside, or I'm sorry, it goes through the goal mouth area. Just watching Nobles as he fell. There's Rashinsky chasing the puck, but Wren takes it off his stick. Under 5 minutes to go in the period. Nobles throws it in front of the net for Berchi. That came from Ratty, and there's a pass to Morrow in front of the net, and it's just redirected wide by Nobles. Berchi trying to knock it out of the air. He could not. Petal goes back the other way, and his shot deflects out of play behind the Portland goal.
Sven Berchi has played in the Western Hockey League's finals 2 years in a row now. Played 5 games last year against Kootenay. He's already played the games this year against Edmonton. 7 games totally played. He has scored in 5 of those 7 games, 5 of those 8 games. So Sven Berchi scores big-time goals in big-time games. He's very, very hard to stop. Unfortunately for the Winterhawks there, they just misfired getting that puck to Berchi,
who tonight is suiting up for his 40th career WHL playoff game. He heads to the bench for a rest. Here's Lazar having it poked off his stick. Reinhart keeps it in. Reed plays it behind the net. Rutkowski will chase it on this near side. Portland scored the first goal. Edmonton scored the last 2, and Pelch has the puck. Had a couple of goal posts as well, and they're full value for their lead at this point. Out shooting Portland 28-20 on the night. Leipzig brings it in. Leipzig takes a shot. Brossoit has trouble with it, and Ross on the rebound. It's stopped. There's a... Wow, look at that. There's the arm in the air. Ross was really digging at the puck. Are they going to call delay a game, or are they going to call it on Ross? Is that Maxwell who is covering it up for Edmonton right in front of the goal crease area? We'll see how they sort this out penalty-wise, but there definitely is going to be a penalty.
Yeah, I can't get my head around this one real quick, folks. I know it's because Brossoit mishandles the puck. He'd love to have this simple play back, you know, but then I don't know if it's because of digging at the puck or because is it Pesek covers it up in front of the net, or is that Reinhart? Looks like Reinhart. Somebody getting a stick in there. It is Reinhart. It looks like
maybe delay of the game, but
wow. See, you see the poking with the stick? I wasn't sure that might be the call. I thought that might be it there as well. Doesn't matter. Winterhawks on a power play.
So delay a game at 16 minutes. Score opener for Portland. 0 for 1 tonight on the power play. 4 for 13 in the series. So Reinhart for delay of game. Big part, big kill again for Edmonton. They want to take the lead into the third period. We know they're very, very good when they do lead. 11-0 in the playoffs. And here's shorthanded is Rashinsky trying to get loose. Brett Rashinsky! Stopped by Caruth and being impeded a little bit, but no call there as it starts back for Morrow. He took the pass from Ross. Morrow's shot is stopped by Brossoit. You always have to look for 2 referees. You can see you're wondering if the one at the back maybe put the arm up. Zalaski was the lead referee, Matt Kirk at the back, but no call on Rashinsky as that puck is played around the wall. And here comes Gabriel. Foster back checking. Still Gabriel with the puck. Gabriel throws it in front, right into the crease, and Ratty couldn't get his stick on it. Man, he was right on the doorstep. You can't get more on the doorstep than Ratty was. Granat hammers it around the boards, but not out. Nobles keeps it in for Rutkowski. Morrow, it's a high pass. Morrow takes a shot on Brossoit, and he makes the save and holds on.
Yeah, that whole Portland Winterhawk power play revolves so much around number 8, Ty Ratty. And then Oliver Gabriel's going to take it to the net. Ratty gets in behind. He's not there very long. That puck is shoveled out of the way. That's sort of one chance for Ratty. You don't give Ratty more than one chance, or he will make you pay. What a season he's had.
And what a playoff. He had 10 goals in the first round against the Kelowna Rockets. He has 1 goal in this series. He's also missed a game with an injury. 38 seconds to go in the power play. Portland wins the faceoff. Reed head up, being checked by Rashinsky. Reed throws it in front. Gabriel, the bouncing puck, can't get it to lie flat for himself. And Pesek starts back. Still Pesek. Gabriel on the back check as the puck rolled to Caruth, the goaltender, and Leipzig lead pass up for Reed. Reed. There's Rashinsky again. What a game Rhett Rashinsky's having. He is all over the ice in all the situations.
Man, honestly, I have never seen Mark Pesek play more of an offensive role than he has in this game tonight. He's been up, he's been back, he's been just a job at both ends of the ice.
Oil Kings back at full strength. Real big penalty kill for Edmonton. They continue to lead 2-1, but they give away the puck. Here's Patan cutting in, and he throws it to the goal mouth, but nobody was there for Portland. Wotherspoon puts it back towards Patan. He's checked by Gurnett. And now it's Lazar getting the puck out to Maxwell. Maxwell to Mraz. He chops it in and gives chase against Troy Rutkowski. Mraz hits Rutkowski. Peters goes in to try to get it. He does. Wotherspoon's got it. Around the boards. Pesek on the pinch. Bodies flying. Maxwell deep on the forecheck. He won't let his man loose. Puck underneath. 1:07 to go. We'll get a face-off.
Again, Brossoit has been very, very solid tonight. You never see him scrambling. Laurent Brossoit trusts himself so well. He's so sure of his mechanics, Dan. He's so sure of his positioning, that you watch, he seldom does any kind of guessing. Now, his save percentage in this series of 882 is lower than he'd like to be, but there's no indication to this point, certainly not in this game, that he's fighting that puck at all.
1:07 to go in the period, and Edmonton wins the faceoff. Low from the line, a shot. Caruth takes it up high. St. Croix out there. His pass right out to Pesek. Pesek takes a shot. That hits something in front. Here's Legault, scores! Legault makes it 3-1 for Edmonton as he jumps on the rebound. The Mark Pesek shot, and Stefan Legault in the last minute of the second period has given Edmonton a 2-goal lead.
Dan, I think it's off another face-off win. And again, it's amazing how effective Mark Pesek is with the puck in his hands. This is number 3. Stops it, moves in and shoots it. And what a job Legault does of skating away from his check, turning, spinning. Pesek's got to get that puck somewhere to the front of the net. William Wren just cannot locate Legault fast enough, and he makes it 3-1.
And that's the 4th of the playoffs for Legault. And St. Croix, who won the faceoff, gets the second assist. Pesek with the first assist, his second point of the series. And that's quieting down the crowd here with a half minute to go in the period. 3 unanswered goals by Edmonton. Gurnett will start back. Oh, the goalie's been taken out. There'll be a penalty. And then Gurnett mixes it up with Ross. Ross got the first penalty as he took out Brossoit, and the net came off its support. Then Gurnett took a poke at Ross, and Ross goes to the box, well, probably to the dressing room. And he'll take Gurnett with him, but I'm sure he'll still get the extra minor, and Edmonton will go to the power play. Would think so anyway.
And then interesting, Dan, if this game was played back in September, there'd be a whole lot more pushing and shoving right after that original situation. But both teams know the severity of the penalties. Although, a little surprise, William Wren still in there poking. Ross is going to get the original. I mean, that's certainly goaltender interference of some sort here. Brossoit pretty unsuspecting of the whole play.
Wow. Maybe Brossoit sold it a little bit, but what is Ross doing? It's going right into the goalie. Of course you're going to sell it.
Well, you make contact with a goaltender right on the goal line. You don't have a lot of defense in your favor in that situation.
Extra minor on the board to Ross as we expected. I would imagine he'll get 4 minutes, and Gurnett will get 2. The only silver lining, I guess, from a Portland standpoint is Gurnett is very valuable on their power play. But with the way Pesik's playing and Reinhart's playing, I don't think they'll skip a beat there. 16 seconds still to go in this period. Can they get one before the end of the period? Similar situation in the first. Portland had a few seconds before the buzzer. And the same thing happened. The defensive zone team won the face-off and shot at the length of the ice to get out of the period. Just announcing the penalties. It's 4 for Ross, goalie interference and roughing. And roughing for Gurnett as the horn sounds. And the Edmonton Oil Kings, who, as I mentioned, not only 11-0 when they lead after 2, they're 49-1 when you combine playoffs and regular season, leading going to the third.
From my standpoint, now there's only 40 minutes played so far in this game, Dan, but the seeds for success that the Oil Kings have sown so far here in the first 2 periods were born in that game in the third period the other night. It was important for Edmonton to carry that momentum over, and they've done so and lead 3-1 on a complete team effort to this point after 40 minutes.
It was 1-1 after 1, then Maxwell scored at 8:17 of the second period. And then the late goal by Legault in the final minute, and the Oil Kings lead 3-1. We've got lots coming up in our second intermission. This is the WHL Championship Series on Shaw. Back in Portland, WHL on Shaw.
Hey, there's somebody you know.
There's a couple I know. My 2 daughters are here. I don't know where my son and my wife went, probably to the concession stand. I can tell you that there is no tax on the shopping here, and so extra luggage going back to Vancouver tonight.
My wife says the same thing. She loves it.
Kind of fun. Great day too in Portland. Not a great game so far for the Winterhawks, but an outstanding performance by the Oil Kings.
Yeah, the Edmonton Oil Kings with 22 scoring chances, Dan. The Portland Winterhawks with 11. Watch the lack of scoring chances. Pouliot to the front. Lowe does a good job. Pesek does a good job. How about Gabriel? Ratty can't score from in front of the net being on the ice. This is important. And how about this? No second chance here at all to save, and that's it. There's the goal coming up. Terrific pinch job by 22 here. This is Reindecker on the wall. He wraps it hard around the net. Now watch Caruth in front of the net, the goaltender. He's going to look to his right. He misreads it. Tyler Maxwell grabs that puck, stuffs it in short side. It's a short side 2-1 goal. Great job doing this. How about this pass? Look at that puck rolling. This is the second goal. Pesek's got to stop it because it's a rolling puck. It sits flat for him. He gets it on the net. Legault just simply loses his check. William Wren, nice job blocking that puck. Watch number 7 get out of there, turn around, get the shot on the net. 3-1 Edmonton after 40 minutes of play. And Dan, I got to tell you honestly, well deserved for the Edmonton Oil Kings to be leading this game by 2. But you don't play 40 minutes and get to go home.
There's your summary. Maxwell and Legault, the goal scorers. Portland 8-1 on home ice in these playoffs. Last year they were 6-5 on home ice. The year before that, they were 0-6 in the play. They got to deep into the second round and never won a home game. So it really switched around for them. And this is a rare night where they're on the losing end. When trailing after 2 periods, the Portland Winterhawks are 3-2 in these playoffs. So it's not in the basket yet. But an early power play here for Edmonton. Fresh ice, a lot of time, and if they can cash in once more, a 4-1 lead you gotta think is pretty, well, it's Portland, right? But you think it's pretty safe. We'll see how it plays out.
By the way, the Edmonton Oil Kings power play position is in a plus situation. They have scored 5 more power play goals in the playoffs and shorthanded goals against. The Winterhawks, on the other hand, Dan, are even. They've scored 17, given up 17.
So here we go with this power play. Edmonton's second of the night in the series, 1 for 12. Mark Pesek. Now Curtis Lazar. Reinhart gets the pass just inside the blue line. He dumps it hard around the boards. On the far side, looks like Peters can get there first, but Pesek won't let it get out. St. Croix, nice job at the point to keep it in. Reinhart's got it. Lazar and St. Croix battling for the puck. They've got numbers, as you can see. It's just a matter of time, isn't it, till Edmonton comes up with the puck? Or is it? No, it's not. Away they go to the races. Peters tried to find Gabriel, but Pesic takes the puck, and here comes Maxwell. Maxwell to St. Croix. St. Croix settling the puck down, then throwing it into the slot area. Intercepted, and Ratty will start back. Ratty, by the way, in this game is -2. So is Berchi. -2, the two best players on the Portland team. And Granat is a +2 on the other side through 2 periods. Sontner starting back. You see there's a half-minute remaining on the power play. Essential kill for Portland right now as Ratty can't get the puck. Lowe shovels it over here to Sontner, winding up, shoots. Carruth to save the rebound. And Foster, I think, hit the post again. The puck stays out. Did that hit the post and come back into Carruth? If it's a goal post, it's the 3rd of the game for Edmonton.
Our overhead will show that it certainly hits a good portion of the post, and Foster can't believe his team can't get a break. Look at 16 get inside position. Boy, I mean, William Wren has had his hands full. He lost Legault on that one goal, and this time he allows Foster to kind of push him around a little bit. Puck just bounces off the post.
Earlier post by Pelch and Granat. So 3-1 it remains. 15 seconds to go in the penalty. Pesic waiting for it at the right point. Dumps it behind the net. Pelch trying to get his stick on it. Wren tying him up. Berchi gets it, and away he goes. Berchi 2-on-2 through center. Now by himself. Berchi trying to make something happen. Penalty is over. Portland has killed off the penalty. That was their first thing to do on their to-do list. Pelch gets the puck, gets it out to center. Here's Foster with Iwanek. Rolling puck shot wide of the net. Wren off the glass to the line and out. Reinhart couldn't keep it in. Gabriel starting back. Gabriel trying to get around Sontner. Sontner with a good job to force him to the corner. Here's Reed now for the Winterhawks. Reed trying to throw it in front. He can't. So quiet here in the Rose Garden compared to all the noise we heard in game number 3. A visiting performance like the one Edmonton is having will do that to a large sellout crowd. As Carruth makes another save with his glove. Sontner has a little bit of room, so he keeps going. Sontner can't get the shot away. Back the other way. Lear trying to get it for Baker. It does. Throws it in front. Lear on the rebound. Shoots. And that's blocked by Reinhart. Another good play by Reinhart as he came across. Puck centered. Swept away by Rashinsky. Peddle's got it. Now Sontner, who's been out there forever. He turned over the puck briefly, and the puck is bounced down the ice. A race for it. Legault getting to it. Legault ahead of Morrow. Still Legault turns, shoots at the side of the net. Peddle was there, but he couldn't get the puck. Pesic's shot is blocked. Legault can't get it by Lear. Pesic trying to glove it down, did, but it's a glove hand pass that stops the play.
I think Coach Laxdell's got to remind his team constantly, guys, get the puck in deep. Sontner even at that spot. If you turn it over there, watch. 3 of them. Here come the Winterhawks, and they're flying up the ice. There's 3 on that rush. Just a good job by Reinhart there to delay the play. But you just got to keep getting that puck in, keep getting it behind that net. And by the way, the Memorial Coliseum, the building over next door, is 185 feet long. This Rose Garden's a full 200. So you've got to make this Portland Winterhawk team, Dan, skate the full 200 feet.
There's Sontner, Ashton Sontner back in the lineup from the Moose Jaw area. Wolseley, Saskatchewan, played for the midget Moose Jaw Generals. And Derek Pouliot on the other team played for the Moose Jaw AAA Warriors.
Yeah, Ashton Sontner's dad retired as coach of the University of Regina Hockey Club. Hey, there's a penalty on the play.
Or is it just the remainder of the Ross double minor?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. You're right.
So he has to go in there for a while anyway. And here comes Wren. Wren shoots the puck in. Brossois gave it away. Quick shot by Berchi. Gets another chance. Very sharp angle behind the net. There's Ratty. Now Nobles. Nobles throws it in front. Berchi scores! He's done it again. Ben Berchi with his 5th goal of the championship series beats Brossois early in the third, and we're back to a one-goal game.
You know, it starts with Brossois playing the puck behind the net, and when you go back there to play it, you don't necessarily make the mistake of turning it over, but you just don't get it to your own team. That puck ends up back into that corner. This is all about winning a battle, first in the right corner, then in that corner. Once Nobles gets it there, he turns the defense inside out, and they get that puck to the guy you want to get it to. If you're a Winterhawk fan, a Winterhawk player, Berchi gets his team within one.
His 12th goal of these playoffs set up the whole line. It's going to be Berchi from Nobles and Ratty at 3:49 of the third period. Now we're game on again here. Edmonton looked in pretty good control, both territorially and on the scoreboard. Here's Reinhardt shooting it over top the net. This will be a real test for the Edmonton Oil Kings now. You would think, can they, and which way they play? Will they keep pushing the pace here, trying for that zone time, or will the one-goal lead now have them on their heels? Centering pass. Reed back to Rutkowski. Rutkowski holding it through traffic. It went, and Gabriel didn't see it to the last minute. He hunts it down, though. Takes a shot. Rebound just put wide. Reed just put it wide of the net. What a chance for Reed. Another shot. Brossois turns aside. And Gabriel goes in to throw a check. St. Croix starts back. Has Granat with him. St. Croix will just roll it to the corner, and they all peel back as Rutkowski collects the puck. Berchi with 12 goals. Ross has 12. The leader is Ratty with 18. 3 Winterhawks. 1, 2, 3 in goals for in the 2012 playoffs. And what a series Berchi's having. Shot in by Lear. Low first to it. Patan trying to follow up at Rashinsky. Oh, there's a player dumped at the side of the net. Rashinsky has it now for Edmonton. Long pass. That's picked off. Peters has it now. Morrow up towards Lear. Here's Pesic. Now low. William Wren. Lead pass almost for Ratty, but Pesic gets over there and makes a great play. Baraz hit by Peters as he shoots the puck in. 6 minutes gone, third period. Patan starts back. Hits the blue line with speed. Still Patan in on Reinhardt. Reinhardt stays with him, then takes the puck from him. Reinhardt to Sontner. Being checked by Ratty. Sontner has his hands full, but Telsch anticipating in the neutral zone, then hit by Berchi, but Maxwell follows up. Maxwell gets it to Lazar. Nobles. Now for Berchi. Here they come. Ratty and Berchi in over the blue line, 2-on-2. They put on the brakes. Ratty waits. Feeds it in front. Nobles collects it. Back for Ratty. Here's his shot. And it just goes off the target. Reinhardt. Deep in his zone. Calmly puts it back for Sontner. Pelch on the other side will feed it out to the neutral zone. Rutkowski's got it there. Here comes Berchi in over the line. Berchi, pass in front of Nobles, couldn't reach it. Sontner knocks down Nobles, puck to the line. Can it be held in? Just barely, and not well enough because Edmonton in transition can't come back. But St. Croix waiting for help, and that help comes. It's Granat moving in. Granat couldn't get the shot away. Behind the net, Legault. He's bumped off the puck. Sven Berchi must be tired, no? Berchi, lead pass up to Rutkowski. In over the line. Reed cutting in as Granat with a great stick makes a play for Edmonton defensively. And the shot goes wide of the net. Hawks really coming on. Hard pass through the goal mouth area. Wotherspoon trying to get it ahead of St. Croix. There's a good battle right there. St. Croix won it. Foster shoots it off the glass, and then it's shot down the ice by St. Croix. Icing called on Edmonton.
Sven Berchi doesn't need a lot of room. Watch him give himself a little space to take this pass right here. He's going to come into your picture. He knows where to go. That was what Casey went to the guy with the puck. And just like basketball, you go to the guy that wants to pass the ball to you. He did there.
Wotherspoon took a shot off the ensuing faceoff. Legault throwing the puck ahead. Play on, say the refs as Foster shoots the puck in. I wondered if Derek Laxdal would take his time out on that icing. Maybe thought of it, but he didn't do it. His team didn't win the faceoff, but they got the puck out. Morrow with good speed, cutting in, but he overskated the puck. Back the other way. Rashinsky leads Petal with the pass. Petal on the backhand. Caruth grabs it and holds on.
Hey, Peter, you're down there in the suicide box. What can you tell us about what's happening on both of those benches? Any panic level in the Oil Kings?
I don't see any panic, Bill and Dan, but here's what I do know. This team in this building, when you're that talented, will go on 5- and 6-minute runs. This might be as big a 5 or 6 minutes in this series as you'll see for the Oil Kings. How they handle it when this big crowd is in it, and as you can hear, they're really in it now.
Well, it's a building that houses an NBA team, so it knows about runs, that's for sure. Wren lead pass, here comes Lear in on Lowe, who squeezes him, but Lear keeps going. Lowe will line him up again. There's a centering pass, and Maxwell intercepts, and the Oil Kings are out of their own zone. Christian Peltz will shoot it in. Goes by Caruth, but Wren with his head on a swivel gets the puck out to the line. Lowe gloved it down, kept it in. Maxwell throws it at the goal. William Wren around the boards for Lear. Maxwell checking him. Who's going to come out with that puck? Somewhere below there's the biscuit, and there's on the far side now Lazar puts it behind the net. Peters has got it. Now Wren as we near the 9-minute mark of the third period. Delio, he's hit. Here's Pouliot, makes one move. Pouliot going towards the net, throws it in front, they score! Berchi again, and it's 3-3 here in Portland.
You know, Berchi looks like he's, Ratty looks like he's going to take that puck in deep. But he kind of gets out of the way here. Torres Delio, Pouliot takes over and plays that were going to that spot from that deep in the zone in the second period were being nullified by the Edmonton Oil Kings, but not this one. Pouliot gets it, it slides through to, again, the guy who's sick. You want that puck on, Sven Berchi, and this game is tied.
Berchi from Pouliot and Delio at 9:06, and they're coming on again as Wotherspoon has it at the point. Behind the net for Reed. Now it's loud. Oh boy, is it ever. Leipzig can't keep the puck in. Goes all the way down for Wotherspoon. He gave it away to Foster. St. Croix alone at the far face-off circle, but they couldn't get on the puck. Gurnett, good back-checking, brings it in over the line. Gurnett, pass to Legault. Legault holds. He tries to feed Gurnett. It doesn't get there. Back comes Reed. The Winterhawks, 3-on-2. Leipzig heads to the net. There's the pass. And what a save! Brossoit makes as he was going the other way. Legault starts back the other way for Edmonton, but he's all by himself, and Wren stands him up. Legault stays with it. With one hand, he throws it in front of the net for Lazar, and Lazar is stopped somehow by Caruth. Here come the Hawks. It's Berchi shooting, saved by Brossoit, and he holds on to stop the play. It's nearly a third-period hat trick for Sven Berchi. He's got two, and listen to this place as we step aside on Shaw.
Shaw.
You want pace, you want tempo, you want speed, you want goalie saves. You've got it all, including that little entertainment you saw there. This is the Oil Kings going one way. Here come the Hawks going the other way. This is Reed getting it to that spot. Look at the save for Swami. How about let's go the other way? Why not? One chance at one end. Let's get it to the other and get that puck in deep. This has been up and down the ice. You know, Mike Johnson has visited the University of Oregon football program, and he's come away with two things. They do such up-tempo drills. They happen really, really quickly. And here's the other thing. He has got the noise level up at practices all the time. Loud. Players love it. Gives them a lot of intensity.
Look at that player, Sven Berchi at the bench. That was his 90th career goal, regular season and playoffs, and he's got this game tied 3-3. Morrow shot from the line. And that bounced up high. Peters tries to throw it in front. Brossois was going the other way, but Gabriel put it wide of the net, behind the net. Battle for it on this near side. Petan goes in there. Peters goes in there. Peters comes back to Wren with it. Morrow wants it. He gets it. Morrow shoots it. Then it's turned aside by Brossois. Petan has got it. He gets it to Gabriel. Pesic trying to check him, but Peters comes up with the puck. The tempo is huge right now for Portland. We knew Edmonton, when it was 3-2, they were going to be on the ropes, and they sure are. Peddle trying to get some zone time here, but William Wren rocks him into the boards. Peddle, good a job, stays on his feet. Not only that, he maintained possession for a moment before Wren got it, and Wren plays it up the wall to Peters. 8.5 to go in the third. I mentioned this the other day. The Edmonton Oil Kings have only had one overtime game in their history, and it was the very first playoff game they ever were in against the Calgary Hitmen years ago. Berchi in over the line. Back of the net. There's Ratty protecting the puck. Hard in front. Oh, and Berchi just missed what would have been a beautiful goal. What a play by Ratty to set him up. Berchi just put it wide. Wow. Berchi again. Wotherspoon, Ratty, Rutkowski, holds, shoots, wide. This is unbelievable. Rutkowski again. His shot, knocked down in front. Rebound put wide of the net. Oil Kings are falling all over the place. Winterhawks, Wotherspoon at the net. Brossois on the line. He's got it. He leaned back. It was right there. It was about, what, 4 or 5 inches from going over? And it was there for what seemed an eternity, and then he leaned back and he's got it.
Phenomenal. Absolutely unbelievable. I don't like to use that word loosely, folks, but it is quite remarkable as to what is happening in this building right now. Some great chances. Listen to this crowd. Watch for this. Puck ends up. Well, you want a better look at it? How about this angle? Holy mackerel.
So similar in many ways to what we saw 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, the first period was even. Then Portland had a great second period, and Edmonton had a great third period. Well, almost the same thing here tonight. Even first period. Second period was all Edmonton. Third period's all Portland. Leipzig in over the line for Pouliot as he tried to jump in the hole, but Pesic got a stick on it. Leipzig into the corner. Leipzig back to the line. Here's Rand's shot. What a block by Iwanek as he got down low and his body in front of it, timed it perfectly. Rand, lead pass chipped in by Ross. He peels back to the bench. Lear and Reinhart battling for it. Reinhart calmly took the hit, then got the puck, gets it to Peddle. Peters now reorganizing for the Winterhawks. Troy Rutkowski mishandles it briefly. He'll play across ice. 6:40 to go in the third. Peters giving chase. Brossois switches it to the far side. Oil King fell. Endor was taken down, but play continues. Rutkowski's got it. He knocks it off the boards. Catch our breath a little bit here. Peters, back to Rutkowski. Now to Morrow, back to Rutkowski, winding up. Broken stick shot. Goes wide of the net. Delio trying to get it. Rutkowski replaced as he goes to the bench. Wotherspoon replaced him. Peddle will shoot it in. 6 minutes exactly remains in game number 4, regulation time. Edmonton 3, Portland 3. Series 2-1 Winterhawks. A huge swing game, obviously. Game 5 in Edmonton, Thursday night. Puck off the wall. Legault shooting it back in. Now a lead pass. Ratty can't get it. Legault has it. In over the line. St. Croix trying to dart his way through. Legault into the corner. TJ Foster from back of the net. Gets a little bit of room, but his pass is picked off by Berchi. Then Berchi's pass. It's picked off in the neutral zone. Pesic to St. Croix. Knocked off his stick, delayed offside, negated. Lowe goes back to get it. Quick change by Portland. Low lead pass. That's almost picked off by Leipzig. Lazar on the back check. Gets it back to Keegan Low. Low on the far side for Pelch. Pelch darting through 4 Winterhawks. Then he fanned on his dump in, but he comes in to get the puck and he puts it back at the Portland goal. Nothing but Oil Kings waiting for it on the far side. Lazar took the kick pass from Gurnett. Wren is tidying him up. Gabriel's got it. Gabriel. Hard pass over here to Wotherspoon and they're out. Lead pass for Reed. Reed trying to go around Gurnett. Goes to Brossois and he sweeps it to the corner. Reed's got it again. Makes one move. Reed trying to get it past Reinhardt. It's loose in front of the net. Rutkowski teeing it up. Shoots and Brossois gets his arm on it. Leipzig with possession. He makes a nice move. Can't make two though. Maxwell took it off his stick and starts Pelch back the other way. Pelch sends it in deep and he's heading for it. Caruth got it and sweeps it around the near side. 4:15 to go, third period. Pass into the heels of Reed, so Peddle goes back the other way. Peddle trying to come up with the puck. Winterhawks force it to center. Lowe picks it off there. Only for a moment. Lear starts back. Lear in over the line. Shot. Brossois the save. Lear trying to get his own rebound. Rashinsky gobbles up the puck and out he comes. Rhett Rashinsky shoots the puck in. Not deep though. And the Winterhawks in transition. But Lear couldn't come up with the puck. Reinhardt gets there first. Reinhardt gets it out to center. Went off a leg. Pesic now. He'll try Rashinsky, who redirects it into the Portland zone with 3.5 to go in the third and a 3-3 tie here in game number 4 in Portland. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. Ratty in over the line for Berchi. There's Ratty once more. Turnaround shot. Berchi on the rebound. Can't get his stick on it. Legault can. And he starts Foster back the other way. Foster in over the line. What a move and a shot, and Caruth gets his arm on it. Nice move by Foster and a good save by Caruth. Foster again from back of the net. Pouliot's got it. He turned it over. Pesic at the point. Will dump it down to Legault. Now another battle in the corner with Pouliot there. Here's Wren. Wren off the boards. Ratty can't get it out. Foster's shot. That hit a leg. William Wren from deep in his own zone. Over to Pouliot. Up for Ty Ratty. He sends it in deep. 2:40 left. Winterhawks make a change. Lots of room for Edmonton to start out. Here comes Pesic. Pesic gaining speed. Pesic going to the net. And then it's taken off his stick by Rutkowski. Back the other way. Chipped in by Reed. Gurnett first to it around this near side to Pesic. Maxwell. Nice pass for Pelch. He races inside the Portland line. Pelch had to get away from him. And Ross gets the puck and dumps it out to center. Gabriel trying to come up with it there. 2 minutes now remain in the third period. It feels like overtime now. Rutkowski, whether it's official overtime or for all intents and purposes, next goal will win. Puck shot in. Another short change by Portland. Lots of room again for the Oil Kings. Here they come. Jordan Peddle gains the line. Can he keep going? No. Lear chips it out to the center ice area. Lowe's got it there. And it's sent back in. William Wren's got it. Portland trailed 3-1 going to the third. They've got 2 Berchi goals in this third period. The second one at 9:06. That's where we sit right now. Pesic puts the puck in over the line. Here's Iwanek going wide. Iwanek shot is stopped by Caruth with 1:19 left.
Certainly the Portland Winterhawks with the better chances, but the Edmonton Oil Kings have sort of stemmed the tide. They've got a little bit of the momentum on, not necessarily on their side, Dan, but they've taken it away from the Oil Kings. But you know, Ty Ratty is such a good player in terms of getting pucks on the net. He had an opportunity that I don't think anybody thought he would shoot that puck, turn around, spun, got it, and forced the goaltender Brossois to make a big save. Nobody thinks Ratty's going to shoot from that spot. Look at that. He looked at the defense all the way, shot the puck at the net.
Face off deep in the Portland zone. There haven't been too many down here. And the Portland Winterhawks get possession, and Berchi comes out of his own zone. Lead pass for Nobles is picked off by Gurnett, but Berchi follows up, protects the puck so nicely, brings it in over the line. Here goes Berchi! And he's stopped by Gurnett, who dove back for Edmonton. Nice play. Legault starts back. 1 minute left in the game. Regulation time. Caruth plays it along the near side wall. And again, here come the Hawks. Ratty and Berchi in over the line. Berchi takes the pass. Nobles heads to the front of the net, but it's taken off of Berchi's stick. And here's Pesek starting back. Pesek shot. Oh, and Caruth going the other way. Got his right pad on it. Another chance for Pesek. Shot. Caruth with the glove. Holds on.
You talk about Berchi protecting that puck, Dan. You know, going through that neutral ice area, it's so difficult to take that puck away from him. Nice little fake there, great balance. All NHL moves here, folks. This is it. He's forced by Reinhart. A first rounder this year for sure. Taking him to the outside, and then Pesek with a chance in the offensive zone.
35 seconds left in Ray. Everybody's on their feet here in Portland. Oro with the puck. Off the boards. Reaching way up there was Gurnett, but it's a glove hand pass. That was a good play by Gurnett, though, because Winterhawks were flying through the neutral zone, hoping it got over his glove.
Man, you got to be focused. You got to stay on task. You can't turn that puck over. And in Portland, they stand the last 2 minutes of every game that the Portland Winterhawks play. They're on their feet, all 12,000 of them in this building.
20 seconds to go. The Winterhawks, Gabriel. Now Wren. Off the boards, offside. And with 13 seconds to go, overtime now, a very, very strong possibility.
Well, we're tied at 3. The Oil Kings 37 shots on goal. The Winterhawks 37 shots on goal. We got 13.5 seconds left. I don't think that's going to decide anything. So buckle up for overtime, folks. I think that's where we're headed. And this game probably does deserve some extra time.
Kettle back to Reinhart. He has a look at the clock. Then he plays it over this side. And for the first time this year, the Oil Kings are going to have a overtime. And as I mentioned, you have to go back to their very first playoff against the Calgary Hitmen in Game 1. Their last overtime. Portland is 2-0 in overtime. Both wins at Tri-City.
A lot of things new for this Edmonton Oil King team. Getting this far in the playoffs, playing the Portland Winterhawks in this building, going to overtime. Wow. Just got to refocus. Make sure you stay hydrated. You still got a ton of work to do, but, you know, credit the Winterhawks, Dan. They went to their #1 guy, the go-to guy, Sven Berchi, and within 10 minutes of this third period, he had this team tied. He had his team back in the game in a 3-3 tie.
Each team with 3 goals, each team with 37 shots on goal. And sudden death overtime, a few minutes away. Stay with us. Lots more coming up on Shaw.
Both goals inside the 10-minute mark. It starts with Edmonton hitting a post and their third of the night. And this is with a 3-1. That's how close they came to making it 4-1. But, you know, obviously the frustration showing up in Foster. But this is Berchi. Watch, a spin there, and Berchi with a spin there. In other words, that's the way you lose your checks. Nobles gets it to Berchi, does a great job of it. This is the second goal. That's Berchi at the top. He's calling for the puck, but he doesn't give up. Watch where Sven Berchi goes. It slides between 1, 2, 3 Edmonton Oil Kings to take that pass on this low shot. Watch what he does. Berchi takes a beautiful pass from Derek Pouliot to score at 9:09 of that period and tie this game at 3.
Berchi and 3-3 as you look at your summary. Historically, listen to this. Portland has played 56 overtime games in their history. Edmonton has played 1. Portland is 28-28 all time. Edmonton is 0-1 with an asterisk. What is the asterisk? Well, they had a play-in game, game number 73, if you will, a playoff game to get them in their very first playoff. Guess what? It went overtime. And guess who scored? It was Rhett Rashinsky who scored that night in Prince Albert. Maybe he has one on his stick here tonight. Brossoit and Caruth, the goaltenders, going to overtime. And as we start this overtime, the teams will be at full strength. There'll be a long change Neither team, I don't think, has used its timeout yet, so that could be a factor on an icing call, given the long change.
Dan, let's check a real couple stats real quick because they may come in and play in overtime. Face-offs tonight, Edmonton's won 34. The Winterhawks have won 24. The scoring chances, Edmonton 26, Portland 20. It hasn't been a terribly physical game. 16 hits for Edmonton, 17 for the Winterhawks. Well, buckle them up.
One more overtime number. Portland's only won 8 home games over the years out of 21. So the visitors have had an edge against the Winterhawks in playoff overtime here in the Rose City. Well, it's a beautiful day in the city of Portland and a great hockey game in the evening as we hit 9:45 Pacific time.
A little bit of golf on the off day thanks to Pumpkin Ridge. What a wonderful golf course in North Plains, Oregon. Let's play overtime.
Wotherspoon going back for it. Rutkowski. Lead pass. Ratty couldn't get it. Here comes Legault. He's taken down, and here comes Ratty the other way. Off the glass and in. He does have an overtime goal shorthanded at Tri-City in these playoffs as part of the Western Conference Championship. He was the Western Conference Final MVP. Brossoit was the MVP in the East. Berchi. Now Reinhardt. Gernat had to get away from him on the fresh ice. Legault. Nobles. Very nervous start here by both teams, understandably. Wotherspoon. Off the boards and out to center. Edmonton doesn't care how they get their split here, even if they have to blow a lead and then come back in overtime and get it. Berchi in over the line. His shot. Off a leg wide. Lazar collects the puck for the Oil Kings. Puts on the brakes and then feeds it over to St. Croix, who tips it out to center. Reed has it there. Reed in over the blue line. Gabriel in the corner. He hit low. Edmonton got the puck by Gabriel in front of the net. Shoots it wide of the goal. Came up to Gabriel and he almost had the game on his stick. Well, he did, but he put it wide. Maxwell starts back. Flips it in. First chance goes to Portland. It was Gabriel. Gernat. Almost off his stick. Pelch goes back in. Pelch has it poked off his stick. The Winterhawks. Leipzig in over the line. Almost overskated it in front of the net. Swept away. Lazar on the back check. Lazar being checked by Lear. Gernat. Lear. Leipzig threw it in front of the net, but Brossoit cut it off. Lear gets his stick on it in the corner. Lear tries to play it back to Pouliot. Pouliot dumps it back behind the net. Gernat tries to roll it. He's partially fanned on it. Trying to get it up the boards. Cut off there. Big battle in the corner. It will come out eventually. You would think they don't like to blow play down on this. So who's it going to come out to? Reinhardt on this side will chase it down. Peters gets there just before Reinhardt. Lear tries to throw it in front. Reinhardt was waiting for it, but he couldn't get it out. Held in as the Winterhawks are going to be able to make a bit of a change and keep Edmonton pinned up, or can they? Pelch gets it. Plays it cross ice. Pelch will get it out to center. Rutkowski will try to send it right back in again because the Oil Kings are a little tired with the long change. They get 3 guys off though. Nobles behind the net. Here's Ratty at the side. Nobles can't get his stick on it. Back the other way. Here comes Peddle. Peddle in over the blue line. Peddle takes a weak shot, or a hit on a stick. Became a weak shot and comes out to center where Pesic tries to get it by Berchi. Berchi kicks it forward. Pesic now to Peddle in over the line. Faraz heading to the net. Taken off a stick and swept out to center. 3:15 gone. Puck goes into Carruth. Carruth will leave it there for Morrow. Behind the net. William Rand off the boards. Ratty tries to chip at the center, but Peddle's waiting for it there, and he shoots it right back in again. Edmonton making a bit of a change as Morrow starts out. He's got room. Here he comes. Morrow in over the blue lines. Morrow makes a move, but he still has the puck. Thought Foster was going to get it off his stick. He couldn't. Morrow gets it towards Reed, but it's poked out by the Oil Kings. Nearly 4 minutes into the overtime. Rutkowski shovels it over here to Ross. Edmonton tried to cut it off, and they do. Here's Foster shooting it wide of the net, ends up on a play.
It just seems that any time the Winterhawks take their foot off the gas ever so slightly, they become vulnerable. They become a team that can be forechecked. They become a team that can make, susceptible to turnovers. In a bit of a lull right now in that situation. 4 minutes basically gone in this overtime.
And every face-off, Bill, everyone becomes important in the offensive zones. Portland wins that one. Here they come. It's Leipzig in over the boy, making a move. Leipzig in on Reinhardt. He got a shot away. Brossoit makes the save and holds on to it.
See, and there again, now you see the Winterhawks crank it up a little bit, and that guy there only knows one pace. He only knows how to play the game. Leipzig at a high level. Lear's going to get it to him. Leipzig wants to get some of that momentum back. Forces Reinhardt to take him out of the play, and Brossoit simply covers the puck.
Boy, can you feel the tension between the two teams and in the building. A huge swing game here. Will this series be 2-2, or will Portland be up 3-1 and a chance to win the Chanel's Cup on Thursday? Pesek up the boards to Peddle. Roshinski's with them. Roshinski rolls it in. Roshinski and Wren on the battle. Around the side to Leipzig. He gets it out to center where Lowe waits for it. Lowe plays it up the wall, and here's Peddle. Peddle shoots it in deep. And they'll head to the bench on a line change. Pouliot. Lead pass. Here goes Leipzig. Leipzig has it roll off his stick. Reinhardt right there in case. Leipzig back to Pouliot. Cross ice it goes. Nobles, quick shot over top the goal. Pouliot's got it. Pouliot puts it behind the net. Gernat. Nobles. Ratty. Here's Nobles off the corner boards in his skates, but back to Pouliot. Pouliot will just dump it to the corner. Berchi's waiting for it there. Sven Berchi off the half wall. Stick handles. Still Berchi, back to Pouliot. Down low it goes. Nobles waiting for it. Berchi wanted it for just a brief second in the slot. He tapped his stick hard. Comes back to Pouliot. He can't get it. And here comes Edmonton back the other way. Iwanek with Lazar. But cutting him off was Berchi. What an offensive play. Rutkowski now. Lead pass. Nobles, who scored the game's first goal on a setup on a breakaway by Rutkowski's great pass. Brady now for Nobles. He tips the puck in. Brossoit will leave it. Here comes Mark Pesek out of his own zone. Hard pass for Legault. Legault gets to it. He and Wren battle for the puck. St. Croix goes in there. Morrow gets a little position on him, but St. Croix almost came out from the backboard. Lowe keeps it in. Lowe gets it to St. Croix for just a moment, and then two Winterhawks kind of collide in the neutral zone. That was Reed and Ross. Gabriel following it up, trying to gain the line. Gabriel does just that, but the puck rolls off his stick to Pesek. Pesek will start back the other way. Nice pass. Here's Foster. Fakes one shot. Foster shoots, and Caruth makes the save, and he holds on.
You got to be good at both ends if you're going to play in the National Hockey League. I don't care how skilled you are. This is Berchi in the offensive zone. That's a turnover. Watch his ability to come back. You don't think he can skate? You don't think he can beat guys to the puck? He made that look simple the way he came back, did his job defensively his own side of center.
Brett Roshinski against Taylor Peters on this face-off. Peters gets it to the corner board, but he almost gave it away to Peddle. Roshinski. Now Peters, and now Wotherspoon trying to collect it. Wotherspoon, pass out to Peters, and the Winterhawks out through center. Peters got it in a little bit. Now Reinhardt, safely off the boards to Roshinski. Roshinski can't get the blue line, so back the other way, Lear. Three Oil Kings are back as Lear throws a hard pass through the slot area, the deep slot. Noble's got it to Wotherspoon, rolls off his stick. Then he tries to get a shot away. Lear's got it in the corner, being checked, but he gets help from Leipzig. Leipzig's backhand pass, a weak one, but it finally gets out to Rutkowski. And then he takes a shot, it sails wide of the net. Off the backboards, Mraz collects it. Edmonton out of their own zone. Mraz puts it in deep. He heads to the bench on a line change. We're 7.5 minutes into sudden death overtime in the championship series. We had an overtime in the first 2 games last year in the Kootenay-Portland series. This is our first one since as Rutkowski starts back. No ice. That hit Ratty, but Oil Kings get it out. Wotherspoon tries to get it in deep. He cannot. Here comes Lazar. Possible 2-on-1. Lazar's shot is stopped by Carew. Curtis Lazar's best chance for Edmonton in this overtime. That shot sails wide. Rutkowski gets it. Knocks it off the boards. Berchi trying to... It's a bouncing puck. And finally, Rutkowski gets it. Rutkowski up to Ratty. He couldn't quite reach the pass. Oil Kings. Maxwell. Now to Pelch. Lazar heads to the net as it's blocked away by Caruth. There's Maxwell throwing it at the net, and Caruth has got it, and he holds on to it.
You know what? Odd-numbered rushes are obviously important at any time. Probably the most important when the game is on the line. This is Lazar with the puck. 2 of them. That shot just ends up getting a piece of the goaltender Caruth, and he just steers it into a non-danger area.
Got to give Edmonton credit. Portland's only had 1 shot on goal in this overtime, and they've played almost, well, just over 8 minutes. And so far, Edmonton's had 4 shots. Foster to take the face-off against Reed. Reed won it up the wall. Gabriel to Reed. Lead pass up for Ross. Ends up on Brossois, so there'll be no icing. In fact, the face-off will come down here. 8.5 minutes now into the overtime period. And for Brossois, he's had a lot of experience, but he has not had this experience. Ross has been here before. You can see a smile on his face.
He's loving it, isn't he? You know, you talk about Brossois, you make your reputation as a goaltender in the playoffs, none more important than when you're in overtime.
Edmonton wins a big face-off in their own zone, but they can't get it out. Morrow's long shot! Right through to Brossois. Everything at the net is dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Joe Morrow, you know, he can be very passive in some games. Other times he can lead the rush. Sometimes he follows it up. And Morrow with those good genes. His dad was a Vancouver Canuck draft. His brother Josh a Nashville draft. He's a Pittsburgh draft. None of the others played any games in the NHL.
Battle on the face-off, and here is Edmonton's pedal coming back the other way. Mraz has the puck. Tried to behind the net. Reinhardt at the blue line with his long reach kept it in. He dumps it to this near corner. Wren with his head up, plays it up the boards, and Portland gets it out to center. Pedal on the back check. Up to Mraz as he waits for it inside the line. Wyshynski couldn't get a stick on. Now he does. Wyshynski makes one move. A little bit of a chance here. Scores! Wyshynski has scored for Edmonton! Rhett Wyshynski at 9:07 is the overtime hero for the Edmonton Oil Kings. He scored the big goal in the play-in game years ago, and in their first ever overtime win, he has tied the championship series at 2 games each. Edmonton wins tonight in Portland 4-3.
Dan, you could just feel it. I said earlier, when the Winterhawks play a bit of a passive game, they become very susceptible. The Oil Kings have to jump on that. They took a 3-1 lead because the Portland Winterhawks were back on their heels a bit. This is what happens. They can't get it out. Nice job of Wyshynski to take it to that spot. I don't know if Caruth has screened on that or not, but at no time, Dan, at no time in this overtime did the Winterhawks ever generate that speed, especially that 10-minute speed that we saw in the third period with Barchi tying the game. There was none of that. You felt that the Oil Kings were able to just hang back, make sure that Edmonton or the Winterhawks couldn't get started. They would get their chance. It wasn't the greatest. It was a shot on the net. It ended up in the back of the net. My goodness, this series is tied at 2.
And we know we're going to have a Game 6 after the 5th game in Edmonton on Thursday. Game 5 is a guarantee. Game 6 is now a guarantee thanks to Rhett Wyshynski, who's with Peter Labardian.
As he still tries to collect his emotions and his breath and gets a tap from the captain, Mark Pezic, on the way by. Rhett, take us through the goal as you saw it.
I think Mitchie tried to get it in, and it went off, I think it was Wren there. puck kind of popped back, and you know, I saw an opportunity to come off the wall, and I didn't even see it go in. I just put it on net, and you know, it went in.
I've never seen you play better hockey than what you've played, as you can see the tail end of the puck going in on the short side to end this great game and tie the series. I've never seen you play better than you have in this championship series. It's your last year in Major Junior. You've thought about it a lot, I'm sure, and it looks like you're responding. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, it's my last year, so you know, this is it. You know, you either go big or you go home, and you know, I want to be that guy who's out on the ice for that goal, and you know, we got a lot of capable guys in that dressing room, and I just happen to be the guy tonight. What allowed you guys to take your game tonight to another level? I know it got away a little bit in the third, but for the most part, you had to like what you were able to accomplish here. Yeah, I mean, like you said, you know, the first two periods were good for us. We feel like we haven't been able to put it together a solid 60 yet. The last couple games we've come out hard in the third period, but it's too little, too late. Portland's too good of a team to be doing that. So, I mean, tonight we let it slip in the third, but you know, it's a step in the right direction. Congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way. Thank you. 20-year-olds usually make a big, big difference, guys, at this